Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Huzzah!
This isn't a party hour? Or...
I also have to fix things because OBS is weird.
Glue.
It's always weird. Glue?
Oh, I thought you said glue.
Yeah. Fix it.
Is
I'll
glue
fix it
your
with
drink
glue.
of choice?
Yes, it is glue. It has always been glue.
What kind? Elmer's?
No, it is tacky glue.
Tacky glue.
Whatever this is.
You don't want to use it. It's really tacky.
Cause I'm
I
tacky.
hate you.
That will kill
Clap
you.
along.
Although I love that
It's
song.
you, But you're also tacky too.
Well, would you guys like to entertain as I fix whatever the fuck
Know that you are
OBS
the glue.
decided to do to my layout?
I can show off. my
Apparently the
company's
children do.
New camera.
The fuck is that?
That is a child.
A child. No.
A child.
This is a child.
What kind of camera is that?
This is a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. 4K.
That's for.
It is for
Does it
work.
actually fit in your pocket?
It can, but my pants would fall down.
Ian,
Hmm?
do you remember the goth pants I had when I was younger that fit 2 liters in them? We'd go to
I see.
Pizza Hut, grab 2 pizzas and 2 liters, and I'd put the 2 liters in my front pockets of my pants because they were big enough to fit a 2 liter. Fucking awesome.
See, you men with your pockets that actually work. I hate it.
Jealousy is
Listen.
an ugly thing, Kirsten.
You have nobody to blame but the fashion industry run by young ladies.
I can barely fit half of my phone in my pocket.
There's
and then my
no-
other pockets are fake.
I
No.
Strawberry color.
Sorry, go ahead.
If you go to Target and in the workout clothes, they have these like sweatpants. You get like 2 sizes up. They are phenomenal and they have pockets. I love them.
That's why women like pockets so much.
Dude,
You ever see a woman with a dress with pockets, you just compliment that dress and go, thanks, it has pockets!
It has pockets.
and they will then proceed to shove their hands into it and flap them.
Yep.
A couple of my,
You don't
a
know
couple
that
of my,
from experience, do you, Ian?
Totally not had that happen with Ellen. No.
good God, my
Oh, hey, Victorious.
stockpile of dice. It is.
Can't get mad. Zeke carries lots of my shit when we go out places. You know, I've actually heard that if you go and you shop for men's skinny jeans, that you get the same kind of feel as women's clothes, but you get pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Then
fit
I
a
gotta
little bit
figure out
better,
my
too.
size.
No, they honestly probably fit better in the crotch too because they're compensating for something.
Right.
Go fuck yourself, for starters. But
I'm compensated for nothing. I know I'm short.
It's the
Okay.
child.
well, awkwardness aside, shall we get started?
No, we
Nice.
can't continue like that.
Yeah, we can.
We can actually.
Ah!
I did that
Well-
to myself.
Dick jokes.
I want to give a big thank you to Martyr and R. Shern, who are our 2 Patreon supporters that are helping keep the podcast and everything that we do alive and well, and keeping me getting newer, greater, awesomer things. And also a huge thank you to Nim, who is continually helping me with Tabletop Simulator and Unity and all that fun stuff that I don't use enough to remember how to do and I need to do. If you would like to see past adventures, you can check out the VODs on our YouTube channel or listen into the podcasts that are on multiple platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, and Podcast Addict. Anybody got anything else?
So many.
So many. You can listen anywhere. We are still in talks about what we're going to do for the next session because it's going to be Christmas Eve. We may be delaying till after that, or perhaps on the weekend. We don't know yet. So if you haven't already, join the Discord. Links down below, and we will be posting in there once we have figured out when we will play. It'll either be another pre-recording or it'll just be kind of delayed and We don't know. We'll see what happens. So, anything else?
No.
Okay,
Let's do
on
this.
to the recap. So, the Duke was tried and hanged for his years of criminal actions, and the Tempests were celebrated as heroes by the people of Locust Harbor. A citywide party was held with food and drinks, with a few friendly contests to add to the revelry, which Pez was surprisingly good at a majority of them.
Arm wrestling.
As the Tempests took their rest for the evening, one of their party had a not-so-restful night's sleep. Brick, who is normally incapable of sleeping and therefore dreaming, had a vision partway through the night. Upon waking from his unsettling vision, he took a piece of charcoal from the fireplace and began drawing and writing on all of the walls of their room while the rest of the party slept on. Brick, you will suffer a point of exhaustion
That's fine.
as you are awoken halfway through your normal sleep cycle and spend the rest of the night drawing and writing and otherwise vandalizing your room. So,
God damn it!
goddamn
whippersnappers
done fucking
How do I put that on D&D Beyond? I don't remember.
Signs, Brick.
There should be a
Oh.
condition in the upper right-hand corner.
Upper right-hand corner.
You're an up.
Yeah, add
Active
active
conditions.
conditions.
There it is. Cool. Thank you.
Mhm.
And it's 1.
Ooh,
All right.
that's cool.
Okay. So,
Leader.
Brick spent the rest of the night drawing his vision, writing notes on things that he had seen. The rest of you slept on through the night. You all have successfully earned a long rest. The sounds of the city begin to awaken you as it seems a little bit louder than you've heard in the past. Perhaps people are either still celebrating from the night before or they have started celebrating anew. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe there's just an extra bit of energy in the air today. But you all awaken on a brand new day. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
Oh man, that was some of the best sleep I've ever had.
Wait, who was in the room with Brick when we went to sleep?
You were all in the same room. It is a very large 2-bedroom penthouse. There were other smaller beds brought in because they knew how many of you were there, but there's sofas, a decently sized bed that's about big enough to sleep 4 fairly comfortably. So you were all technically in the same room.
Hamburger always takes the bed. He's a bad hog.
So we see all of this drawing like all over the room, correct?
As soon as you all wake up, you're like, ah, that was great. The sunlight's coming in through your massive window, and you just see like Rain Man scribbles on all of the walls, on the floors.
I would personally, Ian, if you're okay with it, I would say by the time y'all all like kind of take it all in, Brick is still shading one of the walls, one of the drawings.
There you go.
Brick? The heck is going on?
Veneer's gonna get up and walk over to him and kind of like tentatively place their hand on his shoulder.
He stops for like a brief second and then continues to shade it in. And the drawing, so Ian, if you're all right with me describing kind of how I picture this in my mind, and you can add flavor to it.
I
as
will
you
correct if there were things that are missing.
So on multiple walls there are scenes of, and it's very crude drawings. I would picture almost like temple drawings from like ancient Egypt or like the Aztecs or something. That like 2D, like their hands are one way or the other, and it's people in the town, but then like right next to it, almost like dividing in half. In some places, people are actually divided in half to where on one side they're there and on the other side they're not, and the other half of the drawing is just desolate with vines and moss and everything else growing over the town. and that's most of it. One huge wall that he's actually coloring in right now is just what looks like the mouth of a cave that he's just scribbling in, making it as dark as he possibly can. And he's kind of drawing it to where it almost looks like tendrils of darkness are coming out of the cave. And that's basically it. Just all around the room. But he's standing in front of this one massive drawing of a dark cave opening.
I'm also forced to remember iRobot when he's just like scribbling like a printer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She's gonna kind of like jiggle him more, like, to kind of get him to stop, like to get his attention.
That was a cool song, by the way.
It'll be back.
Rick, are you okay?
Rick stops again. Kind of just lowers his arm. He's always kind of had a blank look on his face, but even now it looks like he's just not really seen. He's just kind of staring off into space. Kind of steps back and looks at the wall.
You gonna explain, or
I dreamed.
that's a new one.
You can do that.
Apparently.
What made you want to draw it?
I don't know. I wanted to get it out.
Something you all would notice is all the creatures and all the situations you've been in, Brick has been very stone-faced and kind of monotone. He seems genuinely scared.
Did we have to pay for that?
And I'll describe the scenes from the town a little bit more. It looks like the town from what you recognize as Dry Belt. And it's normal people going about their lives or celebrating normal town on half of the images. And the other half is the same town, just desolate, decaying, vines, moss, all sorts of vegetation growing everywhere. And it just looks terrible.
Well, I mean,
And it
seeing
switches
that
back and forth.
seeing that I am from this area, that place does look familiar to me a little bit.
Kazumi's gonna walk up and just gently place her fingertips along one of the drawings and trace it back towards like the mossy area. She's gonna try to study it to see if she sees anything that sparks, I don't know, something familiar in the etchings of like the greenery.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay. First roll of the night. Don't screw it up.
Oh, that's pressure. 11.
11. It's a little lumpy.
Above average.
It doesn't look like the dried out sticks and trees and cacti that you're used to seeing. It's more kind of short and lumpy.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to make out because he did really just kind of go to town scribbling like a madman.
Can Vanera do the same?
Make an investigation check.
Step back in the center of the room. Kind of looking around. 16.
16. These look more fungal.
Yeah.
Things look
Yeah.
like, stalks and mushroom cap kind of things. Not so much stalk cap. You can't tell exactly what kind they might be because he was literally using a bit of burnt wood from the fireplace in your room. So it's rough, it's crumbled, but you have definitely seen that shape just out in the wild before.
Well, that's a mushroom.
A mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, are you on the drugs?
Are you on shrooms?
Where it is, I do not know.
I do not understand how consuming vegetation would lead to this.
Did you have any concept of time in a stream? Do you know if this is now?
He kind of walks up to one of the pictures with people in it and places his hand on it. I think this was when we first arrived. And then he looks over at the after picture. I think, based on what I saw when I looked out the window on the train as we passed a few days ago, this site is now.
So, what did you dream of exactly?
This was my dream.
Oh,
I was taken through the town, seeing it go back and forth. And he turns around again and looks at the dark cave, and it all led to that.
Yeah, this was Drybell, correct?
Yes, I believe Brick mentioned Drybell. Yeah.
Okay, that was the town that we actually bypassed, right?
You would remember that when you first finished your business in Lunawind, the train had to make a pit stop in Drybell to resupply. This town was lively and somewhat celebrating, but you were only there for a few hours before you left to continue on towards Locust Harbor.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember. That's a lot.
The town that everyone said they lost contact with.
The one with the big, I guess, trying to think of how to word it. The one that found an ancient civilization?
Or something.
I don't. I mean, dreams can also be nightmares.
I don't think this was a normal dream. I don't even know if I can have a normal dream. I think this was sent to me.
Then by who?
And at that point, when you ask who, Brick looks at the floor, and you all see another mural you hadn't seen before drawn out on the floor of a large, dwarvish-looking figure, big, I think the way it was described was braided and bejeweled beard, very ornamental beard, man, dwarf, at an anvil in front of a large fire, just hammering away at something.
And who is that?
That is a question I would like to know That is a question I would like to know the answer to myself.
Did this entity speak to you at all?
No. I only heard the hammering of the anvil.
Perhaps we can find a dwarf in the city who might know. Jim, would any of us know about this figure? Out of curiosity?
Any of you that want to try, you can make, only if you're proficient, you can make a history or religion check. If you are not proficient in either of those, then no.
Yes!
Christian in religion. And that's a really good roll.
I had a really good roll too.
Probably gonna be better than mine, but still.
No, I won't roll.
I rolled a 23.
I was gonna say, are you gonna fucking tell me the numbers or just
You
say
were-
I got a really good roll?
Ooh.
No, you were excited. I wanted to let you go first.
No, I was waiting on Ian.
I'm yes. Okay, so we got a 23 from Vanira. Zahn?
I got a non-natural 20.
Oh, okay,
20.
sorry.
Yeah.
Did anyone else roll? No?
I'm dumb as
Okay.
dirt.
Just bearing off of this.
Dumb as dirt. Pez is over there just like trying to
He's a
keep
rookie.
Hamburger from frolicking and rolling in the dirt and the charcoal to like smudge it. He's just like, you know when the cats like get a big pile of catnip and they just want to like in it? That's Hamburger right now. He's trying to like plop down and just like make little hamburger angels.
I could just imagine. Oops, sorry.
Okay, so the two of you look at this for a moment, and you've seen anvils before. And you notice that this is a fairly small statured person, but still very heavily built, and the beard is kind of a dead giveaway. This is most certainly a dwarf. None of you are really able to figure out who it might be because there are no facial features. Brick was able to draw the beard, the anvil, and the strong arm that was hammering it.
Do you feel that this is a figure that you'll be able to remember easily? Okay.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, we can't take these drawings with us.
Yeah. We might want to burn the room, or...
Okay, now hold on now.
Burn the room?
We're in the executive suite.
Okay, well, then we need to get rid of all the drawings, because what if those fall into the wrong hand?
It's going to use a spell slot, but at that point, when you say he can't take the drawings with him, Brick just silent images a much clearer version of the image that he's drawing from his dream.
Well, isn't that handy?
Give me just a second to pull up the description, and I shall relay it to you all.
I was gonna say, can I druidcraft wind? Clear the room?
The window's open, right?
I was about to say, I have gusts of wind.
Could I?
I could let Hamburger go and he can just smear it all over his face.
Wasn't Hamburger white before he got here? Now he's just
Hey,
coal black.
Vanira, we need to cast our spiritual weapons, but they will be brooms.
Big broom.
So what you all see is the image that Brick saw during his vision. There is an orange glow behind the figure. It is fully silhouetted, but he's conjuring the image right at the strike of a hammer where sparks are showering all around. And what you see is a pair of very heavily muscled arms. I lost it. You see a magnificently braided beard decorated in clasps of gold with intricate runes engraved upon them. Apart from that, you're not really able to make out much. Everything else is silhouetted in shadow. Imagine if someone was standing in front of a forge at night, and the only light you got was as soon as he hit the hammer, and it only illuminated yay much.
That we should. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just like veneer was gone, and I'm just like,
Writing. Sorry.
Blended into the snow.
I have
That
this
we should probably look for a dwarf that might know something about dwarves.
I mean,
A
that
dwarf
is
that would know
start.
about dwarves.
Indeed,
Yes,
it's quite an impressive idea. Did come up with it myself.
All I know is that they're hairy. Almost as hairy as you.
I will let that slide. They take good care of my hair.
I mean, I don't have hair, so I wouldn't know.
Speaking of, I'm going to go do that. Nobody watch me.
Zahn kind of has to like hop around the drawings like a really absurd hopscotch kind of maneuver.
To go groom himself in the corner. Look at me.
Let's see.
It's not
Sound
easy having
image
white fur,
lasts
is it?
For up to 10 minutes. So while everyone else is kind of doing their thing, Brick just makes the image larger and starts cycling through everything he saw in the vision.
Those of you who wish to look as you are taking your time cleaning, you're seeing some fairly disturbing imagery. It cycles through buildings that are pristine with people standing outside, having drinks, hugging each other. And as he swipes his hand, the image shifts to the same building, but almost entirely destroyed and covered in these fungal mushrooms with no people. Brick finally swipes again, and you see the mouth of a cave with what seems to be black tendrils reaching out of it. And he stares at it for a few minutes, and then the spell fades.
Yeah, he shuts it off. It's pretty abrupt.
I'm
He
sorry,
does not
I have
wanna
to go
look at
take
it.
care of the puppies.
Okay.
Assholes.
I wonder if there is someone in this town that is a specialist in magical herbs or mushrooms. Maybe an herbalist, perhaps.
I
Could
mean,
try to.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I was like, really, like,
I was including mushrooms. Okay, mushroomist.
Herbologist?
that,
Herbalist.
there's always the people in the back alleys that sells, the mushroom.
no, I was about to say that, but you beat me to it.
I'm
mean,
sorry,
I've
guys.
never tried it before myself.
I mean, why
Oh
do you
no!
what?
I've done copious amounts of shrooms.
I'm not taking a look at you. Why are you looking at me?
Says the man that fought a giant chicken.
Makes sense in my head.
My concern
Listen,
is these mushrooms or whatever that are taking over this town. We don't know the extent of their effects. Whether that be airborne or only topical.
I've said it once, I will say it again. We can always burn them.
No, let's not burn things. What put you in fire? Seriously.
Oh no, there might be things that are bad for you, that can kill you. Oh no, how do we get rid of it? Fire!
I just imagine him in the corner being like this and then gesturing with the comb like
Everyone wants to solve the problem, but they don't like to hear the answer to the problem.
Oh no, I have plenty of other solutions to the problem. It's just not fire is number one. It's like my
Okay,
number
so-
27th.
So what's the first solution you have?
The first solution is to just like grab a sponge.
And do what? Scrub the mushrooms away?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the room.
I wasn't talking about the room, I was talking about the city.
Oh, I don't know, lick it.
Oh, where's
And
Vanessa?
I'm the one that fought the giant chicken. Well, I'm going to continue to groom myself. Rick,
No
I
response.
understand that your dream might have been traumatizing is a good word,
That's a big word.
but I'm going to need you to clean up the room while I make myself presentable. Or you are grounded, with no dreams for a month.
Rick kind of just looks up, looks at him, is like, is that a promise?
Maybe.
So
make a
if I-
deception check.
Sure. Wait, so it's me or him?
You make the deception check. You make an insight check.
Roll a 17.
I think that's a 13. Yeah,
He
13.
sounds believable. I mean, you've seen him do some weird shit with magic, maybe.
So if I don't clean the room, I don't get dreams.
No, so if you clean the room, you don't get dreams. If you don't clean the room, you do get
said
dreams.
grounded and no dreams for a month.
I'm changing the plan. If you don't clean the room,
You can't do
get
that.
all
That's
the
against the
dreams.
rules. You're not allowed to.
I cast command on Brick.
Okay.
Saving throw for that?
You need to make a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Well, that's a 17 plus 0.
So, I don't think anything happens.
Nope.
No.
You point your finger and you say very sternly to him, "Clean the room," and
No,
he
just
just
say
sort
clean.
of. No.
Hey, Brick. I have an idea that we could easily clean this room. What if we just use the bunny as the sponge?
I will kill you in ways that you could not imagine.
I mean, I almost ripped your arm off during the arm wrestle, so I'd like to see you try.
I made a man into a crater.
I killed a T-Rex.
Don has to really ponder whether he's gonna kill Pez or not.
The man's bringing up some good points, though.
Everyone hates me. I'm not dirty. Might have to cover up a murder. How far away is the window from Zon?
You're in the corner, so you would have to get past everyone over the bed and then out the window.
All
And
right,
keep in mind, you're okay. So you jump out the window.
Yep.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
Sure.
We're clearly going
It's
places.
gonna be a 15.
A 15. You kind of forgot how high up you were,
We're all
and
15.
you jump out the window like, uh-oh.
Aha! Uh-oh.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you stick the landing, but
Bad for the knees.
Things they always hurt.
There goes the
Superhero
cartilage.
landing.
no, not superhero, just like dead, both feet down, just like wham, and his whole body just kind of shakes a second, like, I'm okay. Sort of walks off.
Well,
Bottles.
in the meantime, Kasumi's just gonna be like, well, someone needs to start. So she finds a rag, she gets it damp, she sets it down on the floor, she looks at it, looks at her white robe, looks at it, and she transforms into fox form, just uses her front two paws and just starts pushing it around.
So you're just fox form, just beep, 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 beep.
Yep.
Okay. The charcoal
Release the
doesn't.
hamburger.
The charcoal doesn't stick that hard. It hasn't been there long enough, and considering that most of it is wood, a pass or two will get most of it up, and you're able to make a little piles here and there.
And you'll notice that as you're doing this, there's another rag being pushed around by an ethereal hand.
So
Mage
Brick and
hands.
Kasumi are helping to clean. Is anyone else assisting?
Hamburger is.
So, and how is Hamburger helping?
All I can see is just Hamburger face on ground, smearing his face all around the floor.
So face down, ass up, feet just pushing.
Yeah, Kayla, you muted, by the way.
Wings splayed, acting like one of those big floor mops. Okay. So the pale white Hamburger is pretending to be a mop and is actually doing a fairly decent job with all the feathers and all. It's really getting in there into the grooves and really making a nice big old pile. Oh no, martyr.
No, I laughed at it. I enjoyed it.
So I would say that it takes you about an hour to get the majority of it off. If you wanted to do any further with the walls and all, you would probably need to get a bucket with some water and probably spend the rest of the morning trying to clean.
While they're
Venera
cleaning,
joins them.
What was that, Venera?
I said Venera joins them.
Okay.
Obviously. Of course.
well, since I jumped out a window, what do I see?
Well, you jumped out the window and you landed beside the singular massive palm tree. It's kind of on the back side of the inn, so there's really not much there. It's a bunch of greenery, and there's some space between it and the buildings that are closer to the wharf. So no one really saw you plummet from the sky. You're just kind of in the backyard, basically.
I'm gonna go around to the front.
Okay, you go around to the front. The streets bustling with people passing back and forth, heading up to the governor's estate, heading back down towards the railway and Jacob's Manufacturing. It's just a normal, busy day.
No sign of a wagon.
You're not there. Shut up.
That's actually a good point. I come up front. Do I see the merchant?
Are you standing there and just looking around, or are you going to wander the town looking for him?
I don't need people. Just stand at the entrance.
Okay, make a perception check.
Also gonna listen to see if anybody's talking about it, if that's all right too.
Still a perception check.
Did a percent? Oh yeah, I'll be fine. Oh no, I only rolled a 12 plus 8, 20.
You do see a couple wagons, but not the familiar giant Fastieth.
Ah. I'm gonna rub my legs because they're hurt and sore while they clean. I'm gonna wait downstairs.
Okay.
Chirp like a cricket.
So, you all spend most of the rest of the morning cleaning. You send one of your party down to get some breakfast and bring it back up and be very nonchalant. Say that, sleeping off a hangover. So you all eat in your room, you clean. It's getting to be about lunchtime when you finally decide that we might get away with this. So.
There's a really dark smear on one of the walls.
In the shape of hamburger.
Like when a bird slams into a window and just leaves the print. So, your room is more or less clean. What would you all like to do?
What was on the agenda for today?
Well, I'm now gonna go try to find an herbalist.
Okay.
The dwarf.
Venera?
I think the merchant's in town too.
Wow, alright, all three of us have three different things. I mean, I'm not one of the three, I'm the fourth.
The merchant travels. You always ask him about the dwarf.
That is true.
And perhaps he might know a bit about mushrooms in his travel.
Shrooms.
Not those kind.
Shrooms.
He's not there. He didn't hear it. You didn't hear the snickering.
Oh, that's right. I heard it in my brain.
Right. You instinctively hear Zahn chuckle, and you glance over to scold him and go, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, how about this? I have a suggestion. How's about we head on out? We'll try to look for a herbologist or a shroom mage, and we'll also look around for dwarves who might fit the description or who might look a little bit smarter or wiser, all the while looking out for Mr. the Merchant. You think that'll work? Kill 3 birds with 1 stone.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a great plan.
Effective.
All right.
I guess we need to find Zahn.
Nah, we can forget him.
Agreed.
Oh man, I was hoping not to have to. Oh!
I really wish I didn't have to activate these again!
All right, so
Okay.
I guess we head downstairs.
Okay, you all head downstairs. The tavern keep is there. She's tending to the other patrons who are coming in for lunchtime. She waves at the four of you and starts to count, but gets distracted by someone asking for her attention. You all head out the front door, and there's Zahn lounging out on the front stoop, just hand behind his head, just kind of watching the day go on.
Well, you coming?
Where are we going?
Everywhere.
Places.
Yeah, fuck it. Don't have anything better than I'm going to do.
All right, what is that thing? Is that like
This
a goat
one
or a
fucking lady's
child?
like, I don't have anything better to do. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Fucking done that every time.
that
goat or
is
child?
under the category of hawker.
Hawker.
All right.
Since
I
it's
don't have it
annoying
loud
you
enough.
so much,
It's
I
not
can
annoying.
disable it.
ambience. It adds ambience.
It's just
No. You brought it up. I'm muting it.
No. I think
every
it's like,
time somebody finishes like a sentence or something awkward, she always says, yeah. And I can only think she's saying yeah. I know it's not what she's saying, but my brain is like, that's what she's saying.
Are you guys done talking now? Look at my wares.
She is doing her damnedest. She is just selling her heart out, and you guys are just making fun of her.
you know what? I will go up to her and give her a gold.
No matter how close you think you're getting, the voice always seems to be further away.
All right, well, this person is like a phantom, so
Okay, so you all are going and looking for the merchant, a dwarf, and potentially an herbologist, correct? Okay.
Guess so.
Where are you heading to look for these people?
I need to pull up a map. If only we had Tabletop Simulator open.
Yeah, but when we're not currently using it, it saves on processing power. I will put the map of Locust Harbor into the chat again.
Awesome.
Found it. Oh,
I
where do I
was
go?
sure it's scrolling up, but
Too late.
We're at the Palm Tree Inn.
Correct.
I assume the pen won't have anything we're looking for because we're not going to jail.
I would assume the best place to look would be the open market.
Yerp.
probably.
All right, let's go.
To Wally World.
Okay, so you all start heading towards Wally World. As the five of you are walking down the street, you're getting quite a few more looks than you had been before. Apart from your odd collection of characters, you're now pretty much famous. So people are coming up to you, wanting to shake your hand, thanking you, offering to buy you drinks and whatnot when the day winds down. But still, you persevere and you kind of shove through the crowd a bit and you head towards the open market. Kasumi, since you were looking for an herbalist, make we'll say a perception check. Just to see if you can see anything as you're wandering through. Unless you want to go tent to tent, in which case I would say you can make an investigation check.
She's gonna do perception because she's really not. She's not liking the fact that they're getting a lot of attention. So she's gonna try to avoid as many conversations with other people.
Shouldn't have brought in the most wanted man in the country then.
Listen, I'm just here. She doesn't see shit.
So you're getting a little bit of agoraphobia as you're wandering through the market, and people are, double takes, and they keep coming up to shake your hand, and you just very deftly move behind Brick, and they're just like, "Oh yes, I'll shake your hand," and Brick of course is like,
Does Zom notice this out of curiosity?
Depends on if Kasumi wants to hide it.
I guess you could see that she's kind of trying to avoid people. She, if there's a crowd that approaches us, she kind of sneaks into the middle and surrounds herself with you guys instead. It's not super obvious, but you can definitely tell she's trying to avoid people.
Hey, Kasumi, something wrong?
I don't like this.
You don't like what?
People.
You don't like me?
No.
Oh,
I like you people, just not this many other people.
Oh, I was about to be very upset for a second, sir.
No, I'm not hiding from you.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Mhm.
Do people make you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Why?
Lots of reasons.
You will have to tell me about them later.
In the meantime, you can just block my way. It's fine. Trying to
It's
hide
awesome.
behind the bunny that's shorter than me.
Secret Service, get down!
I need everybody to be 10 feet back! Anyone who
so,
comes closer gets lightninged!
so what did you roll in your perception check?
5.
5.
Mhm.
Right. So you're trying to look, and you swear you see some greenery hanging now and then, but it's looks more meant for food than what you're looking for, and then you get distracted by someone passing by, and you're not sure if they're coming to try to say something to you, or if they're just literally passing by. You're a bit paranoid at the moment, so you're a little distracted. Would anyone like to head up the dwarf search?
Sure, I'll help.
Okay. You can either both roll, or you can give one or the other an advantage.
Brick, what do you
both.
both say? Oh, okay.
Both of you roll? Okay.
Good thing we did both.
Okay. I rolled a
Rick gets
15.
concerned for Kasumi and forgets to look.
15.
Okay.
Sorry, I said it before. I guess it was mumbled out.
I didn't hear it. You're also slightly distracted as people keep approaching you, but eventually you are able to find a dwarf. I believe you actually encountered one at one point when you were looking for armor. So you find your way back to him. He looks up and goes, good day to you all. Something I can help you with.
Brick!
Rick just kind of steps forward and, I guess I could burn another spell slot. Didn't think this through. And,
Just ask.
I know he's gonna make the image appear and says, "Do you have any idea who this might be?"
He looks at it for a second, pulls out his water skin. Takes a convenient drink along with the DM. He goes, well, it's a mighty fine beard, but can't he say I recognize it?
I believe that they are some sort of powerful entity. At least powerful enough to send me a dream last night. Is there any sort of dwarven figure capable of that?
Well, I mean, only if you're talking about Bowler.
Who?
He kind of looks at you all. Bowler, god of the dwarves. You've really never heard of him before.
Might have. Probably didn't care enough to remember.
He kind of looks at you, looks at how you're dressed, and goes, no, that actually makes sense.
I'm a little young. So
He kind of looks up, looks down, looks up. You're also pretty shiny, too.
Does that name? Oh, I'm sorry. Brick, go ahead.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
Does that name ring a bell for Vanera?
Yes. You were raised with knowledge of the gods. He is the smithing god of the dwarves. If you would like more information, you may make a history check.
Yes, I would like to, please.
While she's doing that, Brick's just kind of thinking out loud. I guess that would make sense. I was built by a Thorgir.
16.
Okay, let me write that down to kind of... the dwarf, as you're speaking aloud, goes, if you were built by the dwarves, then it would make sense that you'd been touched by the deity, our deity as well. He likes to dibble dabble a bit and kind of puts his hands in anything that we, his children, do.
Remind me not to get familiar with the dwarf.
Venera, with 16, you haven't really had any interaction with him, but you have heard from Nefeli that he is one of the most jovial and sometimes overly friendly of the deities. You've heard nasty things about Gambors and that Valkyrie can be a bit brash, but from all the ones that you've heard of so far, you do recall that Bowler is the kind of guy that's like, you want him as a drinking buddy kind of guy. And hearing what the dwarf is saying to Brick, it also does flip a little light switch that he does love to boast about his children's creations and being able to boast when he helps to make something grand.
Sorry, writing notes.
Santa?
not-
Santa.
Santa.
Brick, you already got your coal.
Wait a minute.
A politician you can share a beer with.
Rick got hole. What was it?
So you see Kasumi like pop her head around the corner and be like, "Are you saying you were visited by a deity?"
I didn't say that, but
Is that a big deal? What if the dwarf thing visited him?
Not everyone gets to have that experience.
The dwarf pipes up. I've never even seen him before, and I came from Belbaldor.
Anyone else experience with the gods, sisters, and me?
Well, I
No
have.
waves.
Well, let me rephrase that. So Venera probably good. Kasumi, I'm getting bad vibes from you.
Oh,
No,
what?
of your interaction with the god.
Hey.
Like,
Bad vibes from
Like-
Shenshei?
like your interaction with Sensei wasn't good. Or he or she punished you or something.
That's a subject for another time. We're talking about Rick right now.
I'm right! Oh, this is gonna be so good for later. I can't wait to make you tell me all about it.
The dwarf is kind of clear as much as I like gossip, you're blocking the stall. If you're not buying anything, would like to ask you to scooch on.
What does
What
he
is
have for sale?
Yeah, but what's he selling?
From the time that you had seen him before, you know that he sells very basic armor and weapons. Nothing of major note.
Rick just takes out 20 gold and says, "Thank you," slaps it on the table.
I was literally gonna hand him a singular piece of gold.
Yeah, I was gonna do.
No,
the same, but
that 20 gold is gone.
God, Jesus.
Alright.
Rick does not have any sort of monetary value
Rick,
understanding.
Somebody
Rick.
needs to get power of
Rick.
attorney on this boy.
Rick, give Zahn your money.
No, don't do that.
Now give Zahn your money so that I can hold on to it for you so you don't keep giving it away.
Nope. I mean, you
But
could
I have
put it
very
in the
little
black
use
hole.
for it.
You are grossly overpaying for information that you could put towards, buying things from the merchant. Or saving up for.
He's already back by the forge. Nope, too late.
But
No, we don't
If-
want it back. You're fine.
Good, you weren't getting it.
Thank you, and begins to walk away while we're talking.
Why'd you guys not let me help? God!
'Cause you'll
it
pay
is
for
his
it.
money.
I'm not gonna steal! I do not steal unless I beat you in a fight, and then it is rightfully mine.
Then how is that stealing?
It's not stealing. It's challenging, but I'm not asking to steal his money. I'm trying to keep it for him so that he can take it at will, but he has to get permission to give people money. Gosh!
What's so wrong with giving someone a nice payday?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with giving somebody a nice payday, but most people would not return the favor.
He already gave us a favor.
Okay, you might have me there, but shut up! Do not talk back to your father.
You win this round. So as you are all walking and having this conversation, Vanera, make a perception check for me.
Perception. Disgrace. 14.
14.
I was going to continue to sing, but nope.
Even as plain as the scar on his face.
I mean, if you guys want to get less done in the session, you're more than welcome to sing.
Silence!
As Vanera breaks into song, as the rest of you are kind of arguing about Brick's money, Vanera, you do a little twirl and you see a little old lady with a cane, and she's like waving her hand at you, and if you make eye contact, she's kind of doing one of these motions.
It almost looked like her hand was about to fall off.
Just me?
She kind of points, kind of does a little like that, and motions again.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
She walks over with Pez.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
And we waddled over.
We noticed them just leaving the group.
Are you guys being sneaky with your Irish goodbye, or? Irish goodbye is when you're at a bar and you're drinking, and without telling anyone, you just leave.
No, like we're just like, Vanera like hyper focused, like, ooh, like the apex predator. I saw movements.
So, I want you both to make a collective stealth check. Just because you're not doing it on purpose, but there is a chance that you might just ghost your other party members.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
We don't know fucking shit.
What? I'm not seeing what you guys are rolling. What'd you roll?
22.
Fucking unnatural 20.
Yeah. Kasumi, Brick, and Zahn are arguing about a coin purse, and Pez and Vanera just. So you go after this old lady, and she kind of looks a little confused, but kind of shrugs her shoulders, and she sort of hobbles into her tent, holds the flap open, and do you both go inside?
Marge is like the introvert's goodbye. Does the tent look suspicious?
No, it looks exactly like all the other tents around it. Most of the tents are basically like a tent with an awning and a stall, and just where all their goods are displayed.
Yeah, she pokes her head in, and what does she see?
You see a very familiar sight. You see the inside of the merchant's wagon.
And
I
you
cannot
didn't
express
bring us along.
Get it with your tricks, old man.
I can't even express how upset I am right now.
As the two of you step inside, the tent flap closes, and from the outside it was a really crude, kind of the tan, really cruddy cloth, but as it shuts behind and you both are inside, it's a very lovely red kind of silk cloth that's from his wagon. And as your eyes adjust to the light, the old woman appears into the tall, very dapper top hat, pencil mustache, pointed goatee. It's like, I was kind of curious if you were going to bring your friends, but if it's just you two wanting to spend money here with the merchant, by all means.
Well, I don't expect you to show up as an old woman. So I thought you just had, like, overheard the conversation and then had information for us. So they were on their own thing, and I didn't want to disturb them.
Should I leave you two to argue this while I go get the others?
I mean, if you want to be kind enough to them, let's try to keep this particular visit on a bit of the down low. Y'all have been dragging me all over the place, and sometimes business can be too good.
Well, all right. Let me go grab them. Hamburger, watch over them. Make sure they don't kill each other.
She picks up Hander. Hamder?
She picks up the hammer and hamburger.
Sure. She like
And we're just like, yes.
like hamburgers?
She hamburgers hamburger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, that horse trotting away, that's me. I'm just like, clop, 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 clop.
I must commandeer this horse.
So as Pez runs out of the tent, the merchant looks at you, Veneer, and y'all been fairly busy here late.
Yeah.
Figured I'd try to have a bit of a conversation with y'all just to kind of see what in the hell's going on. So, find somewhere comfy to sit. We'll wait for your old friend there, Pez, to come back with your friends. If there's anything you'd like to see, like to buy, you're more than welcome to peruse.
What do you know of Bowler?
Bola? Smithing God?
Yeah.
It's quite fun to be around. Also kind of one of them fellas that doesn't get the hint when you're ready to go. You know what I mean?
Is he capable of sending visions?
All the deities are.
Rick might need to be here for this.
So, Pez, you run out to find them all.
Yep, speak of the brick, I throw a brick at brick.
The three of you are walking, you just hear, whang! Who is it?
Isa, what the hell was that?
You look behind, and Pez is throwing like a little rock or something, and kind of, because he's so small and you guys are all like ahead of him in the crowd, he can just see the top of the head, so he just pegs him. You all turn around, you can see Pez jumping and waving his hands to get your attention.
Hanlon wave.
Wait. Wait!
Thank you.
Pez? Wait, hold on.
Richard's like, that
Pez
reminded me of my
naked?
birthday.
Is Pez naked?
Have you ever contemplated if you were to wear clothes?
I would wear 2 pairs of pants on each leg. That's how I would wear my pants.
So you'd wear one pair of legs.
Well, you'd wear one pair of legs.
Exactly.
What is
It's
happening?
like those memes. It's like, how would this wear this pair of pants? Would they wear it like this? Would they wear it like that? that's Pez. Like, I'll wear it as a hat.
Pez would.
I know. Anyway, sorry.
Realizing that Veneer and Pez have left the group, Zon's gonna grab Brick by his big metal hand and pull him.
Oh, how adorable.
That's what may come on. Apparently, we are missing people.
She very quickly keeps that behind. Now she realizes she is exposed. She doesn't like it.
It's like Kronk on the wall.
But keeps using Brick.
Okay, so you all follow Pez back. Okay. Pez leads the three of you to a very basic looking tent, and he just walks on inside.
My head pokes out. Hold on. My head pokes out, and I go like,
There's a crazy lady in here. She already ate Venera, so be prepared.
Bowls
Zon
over
yanks it.
Pez.
Yeah, pulls out a sword, runs in.
I was gonna ask for a roll, but you guys went hook, line, and sinker for it. So, yeah, you bust in. There's a merchant leaning against one of his cases with Venera kind of hopped up and sitting on one of the other ones, and they're just chatting.
I'm gonna look back at Pez, very, very impressed.
That was an entrance. Y'all okay?
Yeah, Pez said you got eaten.
Oh, I mean, you don't know. I could be.
Is there something?
Venera very quickly shoves one of her arms into her sleeve.
Rick goes up and pokes.
Is there something about the merchant we
She's
don't
still
know?
alive and squishy.
You too.
Everything still there?
The merchant is like, yeah. And like,
No offense to Venera, but I ain't interested.
He's old.
Hey, now that's uncalled for.
Am I wrong?
How old are you, Mr. Merchant?
Yes.
I'm
Kinda
thinking
rude
on
to
the
ask.
side of centuries.
You can keep on guessing.
I fear. 5 centuries.
Wrong.
8.
Next question. Thank you. Wrong.
I have a question.
27.
I would like to see your wares. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us would.
Yeah, but
He's
Just
leaning
holds up
against
a
the
big
case,
bag
and
of
he
money.
kind of glances around and waves his hand. Store's all for y'all. Wanted a bit of a
All right.
quiet selling point since I heard y'all
All
went
right, I
and
want this. I want this.
since y'all went and bagged yourselves a fairly large bounty. You didn't want any interlopers coming and trying to make your pockets even lighter.
Man, so many big words are being used today.
I have been expanding my vocabulary, dear Pez. And I also kind of wanted to talk, chat, catch up, see what in the hell y'all are gonna do next. You just took down the biggest, baddest sumbitch in the country. What's next
Who's
for
that?
these legendary Tempests?
Dry bell.
Mm-hmm.
Just that
Dry
place.
Bell. I ain't
Wanna
been to
tell 'em,
Dry
Brick?
Bell in a minute.
It's gone.
He kind of leans up from the display case, goes and walks behind the counter. And you see him stand there and he pulls something out of a drawer and he waves a hand, sits there for a second. Eventually, it's placed back in the drawer and it's closed and comes back. No, Dry Bell's very much still there. Bit different, but it's there.
What do you
It's a town without people.
What do you mean by different?
Doesn't quite look like how I left it a few months back.
What do you mean by that? Did you like destroy it?
Why would I go and destroy some business?
Well, I don't know. You were a woman. You're now a, what are you? Are you a dinosaur? What the heck are you?
Kind of
Yeah,
looks at
Merchant,
himself
what-
and
What are you?
I'm just a man with extraordinary abilities.
Yeah, so is my mother. But she's a woman.
That's usually what a mother means. Not always.
No,
most of
not
the time.
always.
Well, y'all haven't answered any of my questions apart from one of them. Sorta.
See, we answered yours. Now you answered ours. What the heck are you?
Just a man.
All right, that works for me.
It's just like,
Zon's gonna sit there like, the fuck?
Well, I've done all I can do here. Time to move on.
you want to explain what you've
You
seen?
say that too?
I
Oh.
said brick. You want
Oh,
to
I
explain?
didn't hear the first part.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry.
Not there.
From what we have gathered, the dwarf god sent me a vision last night. It was not. For all the people who have described him as jovial and fun, it was not very fun.
Kind of puts his hands on the display case in front of him and sort of shifts his weight. These here deities, they got their tendencies. But even the best of them gotta get serious sometimes. If he done send you a vision, probably means something pretty important. He's usually on the side of creation, having fun. Not usually that big into dire warnings.
This one felt pretty dire.
And you best eat it.
I saw a dry bell. Similar to how we last left it. People excited, cheering, some big discovery. And then I saw it how, I believe I saw it on the train here. Basically dead. And overgrown.
Overgrown.
I did not recognize it, but others have described it as... I kind of look at Kasumi. What was the word you used?
It's a great question. What word did I use? I know I was describing the vegetation that was taking over.
Vegetation was taken over. Not exactly
not-
something that happens here in a desert.
It was not native.
What kind of
Did you say there
vegetation we
was-
talking about? Scrub brush? Cacti?
Did you say there was mushrooms?
Mushrooms?
Fungal. That was the word someone
Fungal.
used.
Fungi.
It's a bit dry out here for fungus. Seems pretty odd indeed.
And Bowler was hammering at a forge. He didn't let me see his face, but he was dwarvish in nature, if it was him. And he kept showing me it flashing back and forth between alive and dead and fungal. And then there was this cave. It was just darkness inside. Almost, but it was alive, as if it was reaching out, trying to consume.
Yeah, that don't sound too good. So what, y'all's gonna go and investigate this?
Yes.
I guess so.
Well, allow me to provide you all some improvements to your repertoire before you head out, possibly.
The sword hilt, Arcanist gauntlets, Sarah topper, Moss-eyed troll belt.
He's kind of leans forward and wasn't expecting y'all to have a list already. Hot damn.
I don't. If it makes you
Just
feel any
guns.
better.
Lots of guns.
Ooh, the whole shop
I do have a
transforms.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
We recently came into some money, and is there a limitation on how many items we can buy today?
Absolutely not. However, there does tend to be a bit of a limitation on how much you can put on at once.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll be walking around like this. And
He's
he's like, he
sword,
walks,
4 sets of
he
armor.
like T poses and like stiff legs all the way over to the first item that Brick listed, just to kind of emphasize. Brick, what was it that you were looking for?
The sword hilt that he got special for me, and the Sarah
Okay.
topper.
Hook, hip. Trying to remember the name of the sword.
I don't think he ever said.
I think it
called
was
it
a
a
spell sword.
Oh.
Yeah,
Spells.
it was a spell sword. Okay, so that is... Okay, what was the other one?
Arcanist gauntlets.
Okay.
Sarah topper.
I pushed the wrong button.
Harry the handsome butcher.
Okay.
and the troll belt.
So he goes and he wanders around the inside of his cart for a bit, and he pulls these items out, sets them on top of the display cases. This is gonna be a mighty large purchase. Is this all y'all are looking forward to get?
No.
This is mine.
This is just for all right. All right. Who's next? Don't all y'all jump up at once.
It'll most likely be last.
I have questions about a couple items first.
Yes, ma'am, by all means.
Is the dress of defense something that I must take some time to attune with?
Unfortunately, it'll only take you maybe an hour or so. Gotta get it put on, make sure everything's fit, tight, and snug, but otherwise, y'all pretty much just wears it.
And what was the effects for that one again?
Gives you a bit of an increase in your ability to reflect hits, and with a simple command word for up to a minute, you can increase that by 3.
Ooh.
So it's a +1 to your AC base, and as a bonus action, you can speak the command word, and your AC goes up by 3 for 1 minute.
Can I make it look like any dress I want it to? Is it magical? Does it change, or does it just look like that?
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never tried it on to give it a go myself, so you're more than welcome to try it out yourself.
So are you selling us wares that you haven't even tried out yet? You don't even know.
I'm not gonna be
did not
going
even
strutting
know that.
around in a dress, Vanera.
You were just in. Oh no, I didn't know that. Damn it.
Were you not just an old lady
Thank
walking
you.
the streets?
What he said. That was but an illusion. I was still very much as you see now.
What is wrong with wearing a dress?
Yeah, I
Exactly,
mean-
Rick, thank you.
Nothing. I just don't have the assets to fill it out.
I do. But they will not wear one.
Only questions about 2 more items.
Absolutely.
The executioner's crossbow looks interesting.
Well, that one there can be quite deadly if you use it in the right way. Only problem is most of the ammunition is special made.
Like a
Go on.
Please enlighten us with your wit and humor.
It's a bow. It's gonna be deadly in its own way.
I don't get it.
It's a weapon.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna kill regardless.
But what extra does it do?
Basically, you use a special bit of ammunition. You can spit a cone of acid on your enemies.
Ooh.
And I have to ask about this item for the principle of the thing. What is the spirit of the fox mask, and what does it do?
I could see why y'all might be interested in that. That there mask, whenever someone goes to make an attack against you, you get this unnatural burst of speed. If an attack made against you misses or you pass a dexterity saving throw, you can move 5 feet. And it does not trigger opportunity attacks.
Very good.
Becca, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay, so for now, I would like to add the Ring of Shrouding and the Dress of Defense to my list to buy.
was address of defense and the ring of
Shrouding.
shrouding.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, we are getting ourselves a nice, lovely little pile here. Who's next?
Does this mean we get a discount?
If y'all spending as much as you're having me put up here on the counter, we can work something out.
Cool. Pez, you got anything?
I need to continue to look around.
Okay. I would like to inquire about... Did we ever... What is the detective's notebook? Did we ever go over that one?
Mm-mm. That was one of the ones that I had a question about.
Cool. 2 birds, 1 stone.
I'm trying to put this stuff in a different window, and it is fighting me every fucking step of the way.
As it should.
Oh, why does nobody want to play with me?
Why does nobody want to play with me?
You said the detective's notebook.
Mm-hmm. And the alchemist potion.
That is not how you spell detect. And I'm sorry. I can't spell detect. There is a There is a slash and an equals in there somewhere too. The detective's notebook and which?
And the alchemist potion belt. And then the mind split ring again, because I completely forgot what that was.
Concentrate on 2 spells at once.
Ring of the Split Mind. So the Ring of the Split Mind, as you said, lets you concentrate on a spell of 3rd level or lower. You can concentrate on 2 spells, so long as they're 3rd level or lower.
Is it like 1 use, or is like if I'm wearing this, I can cast like 2 1-level spells at a time for however many spell slots I have?
Correct. And if you get hit, you would have to make a concentration check on each individually. So you could technically lose concentration on one, but not the other, depending on your rolls.
Okay. So would it be taking 2 spell slots, or would that count as 1?
It would still be 2 spell slots. And it wouldn't be 2 at the same time. It would be this turn you would cast this concentration spell, and then like 4 turns later, if you're still concentrating on like Bless, but you also want to cast Banish, then you could.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see now.
Because otherwise, if you're focusing on Bless and then you cast Banish, you would lose concentration on Bless.
I thought you meant like if I cast like a fireball, I could cast it twice. Like I'm casting 2. Okay.
No, Split Mind is specifically you can concentrate on 2 concentration spells at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That makes sense. Okay.
Yes. The Alchemist's tool belt. He puts his big quasi bulky belt on the table. Let's see. The belt has 2 stoppers that magically resize to fit the mouth of any kind of bottle. The belt can carry up to 2 potions in this way. The belt can be worn comfortably around your waist or around your chest as a bandolier. While wearing the belt, any potion carried on it seems to magically unstopper and spring to your hand, allowing you to drink it as a bonus action. You can attach a bottle to the belt using an action. If you roll a 1 on a dexterity saving throw or a hit by a critical hit, roll a d20. On a 1, one of the bottles of the belt is shattered and destroyed. So instead of taking a full action to chug a potion, you can use a bonus action.
Okay. I would like that one. How much is it? I didn't even...
475.
Okay, that's fine. And then the notebook.
The notebook, this one here is quite interesting. There's a lot of notes and all taken in here by some really smart fellas. When you're holding this, your intelligence seems to go up You get a +1 bonus to intelligence and wisdom checks while you are holding the book. If you spend at least 10 minutes investigating or interacting with the subject of these checks while writing notes in the book, you make the roll with advantage.
Era wants that shit.
You can use an action to cast the Comprehend Languages, Detect Thoughts, or Locate Object spell from the book.
How did we not notice this book before? I take it.
Once the book has been used to cast one of these spells, it shouldn't be used to cast a spell again in this way until the next dawn. Each time it is used again before then, there is a 20% chance of not working and tearing into useless, non-magical tatters.
How much?
This here book's only about 500 gold pieces.
I take it too.
I'm sorry, not 500, 475 again. Interesting that you choose both of them.
So is that only for intelligence checks and not... That doesn't go to, like, spells? Right.
Intelligence or wisdom checks.
Okay. Thank you.
Y'all wanting to add that there ring to your repertoire as well?
How much was that one?
That one's 15,000.
Wait, which ring?
The
Split mind
one.
Oh.
That was the Vanera item, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. What does the Great Owl Shroud do? I think we've gone over this one, too.
As Brick nods his head enthusiastically.
Thank you, Brick.
The cloak has 10 charges. You can take the attack action while wearing the garment, and you can replace one or more of your attacks with a special ranged spell attack using the cloak. You release a barrage of magical feathers that fly towards the target. It is 2d4 plus 3 force damage. You can also use a reaction when you fall to cast a featherfall spell from the cloak, targeting only yourself.
That is right.
It can only be used once a day.
How much is that one?
650.
I take that one too.
Okay.
I don't know what to expect with Drybell, so throw in the ring as well.
Your pile slowly gets bigger and bigger.
Do you have any
Or
bags?
all... Oops, sorry.
One more time, sweetheart.
Do you have any bags? So I don't lose it.
You gonna put things in the bag?
Let me check something real quick here.
Vanera really does want a bag holding though. Like really bad.
Now, what if it's just like a Walmart bag?
Yeah,
It's just a plastic bag.
Gold.
I have what?
You have 40,000 gold.
Oh,
Buy a bag of holding.
He doesn't have any.
Did you ask if he doesn't have any?
We have asked before.
Mm-hmm.
I asked like the first time we met him.
Okay.
And he didn't have any.
Wow.
Okay, so that's a no there.
And I figured out what questions I had. Just whenever you're done.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Wait, was it in here? It was in here.
I'm pretty sure when we played the first campaign, they literally put the bag of holding in the module just so they wouldn't have to deal with players. I mean, like, can we get a bag of holding? Because you had to kill someone to get it.
Well, now, y'all did come in here asking about bags of holding, and I wasn't able to provide, and that really hurt my soul deep down on the inside, so I've been doing a bit of work on it. So this kind of depends on how big of a bag y'all are wanting to procure.
How's
Satchel of
something- could it be something that's bigger than Hamburger? Because he's a black hole.
I mean, even the most basic of bags of holding hold about 30 cubic feet, but you put something living in there, it ain't going to be living for very long. At this current point in time, I've been able to procure or make myself 30 cubic feet, 70, 150, and 250.
How big?
How much are those?
Yeah,
2,500, 5,000, 74, 10.
I mean, wait, okay. In a matter of scale, could the biggest one be turned into like a tail pouch? Because I've been actually looking for a tail pouch.
No.
No, too big? It's probably bigger than me.
It's more like a duffel bag.
Okay, yeah, bigger than me. Okay, never mind.
You could fit in it if it were normal.
I could fit in it.
And have room to wiggle.
I do like wiggling.
Oh, when you get rid of your enemies, just throw them in a bag.
They'll die over time.
So in relevance of size, like what are they? I'm sorry, like I'm having a hard time just visualizing. Is it like a sandwich baggie and then like a gallon baggie?
No.
I expect this would be like another bag of holding.
So imagine a regular bag of holding being about the size of a messenger bag.
Okay.
The size higher than that is a pretty decently sized school bag, like backpack.
Okay.
The next size up from there is like a small hiker's bag. Like it's pretty big, but then the one higher than that is like the kind of duffel bag that you see in the military where they literally shove all of their belongings and then their cousins' belongings in at the same time. It's large.
Sizable.
Yeah. Out of all of you, the only one that would probably be able to carry it comfortably would be Brick. Even Kasumi, it would probably come up to like chest height if it's standing on its end.
I mean, I could carry it. I would just be dragging.
Ha!
It would be dragging me.
Oh, I thought it was a scaly joke, but okay.
I thought so too, so I was really excited.
Proud of you.
Dragon.
I don't do that hissy thing.
I don't do that tongue thing.
Oh, tongue thing. That's right.
I'll take the smallest bag if no one else wants one.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll greatly alleviate some of our pain.
And tiny little bag of holding there for Vanera. Anything else you want to add to your pile?
No. I think I'm good.
At this rate, y'all are gonna take me out of business.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I feel you all.
I could retire early.
Oh, just wait.
Well, that's 3 out of the 5 of y'alls. Who's next? I'm sorry about that, Kasumi. It wandered in here. It won't leave.
I told it no, and so it just started moving slower instead of stop.
Yeah, that little bastard don't listen to nobody, not even me.
I have a couple of questions.
Sure thing.
So, I know it won't fit me, but that there, Triceratops looking helmet, what that do?
Rick already got
Well, that one's currently in,
Oh yeah, never mind.
Brick's pile.
The Dark Fathom armor.
Yeah, Ceratopper gives me a charge attack and boosts
That's
AC.
right. I remembered. I was looking at other things
And I can
ignoring
cast
you.
Polymorph.
That is true.
Y'all wear that there Fathom armor. Gives you a little bit of a bonus to your protection. You can breathe underwater while wearing it. And you get to cast a spell called Black Tentacles.
Black what?
I think you will give Brick nightmares if you do that.
What does that do? Wait, hold on. Maybe. How
Basically
much?
spawns a bunch of tentacles in a singular location that like to hold things down and keep them from moving. More or less.
Not interested.
Okay, and he goes and puts it back.
The adventurer's overcoat.
Thank you, D&D Beyond, for a search feature. He pulls this, looks like a, It's weird, like blue leather, but also kind of cloth. It's a little strange to see, but it looks very warm. This here coat will keep y'all nice and toasty. Gives you, the wearer, resistance to cold damage. Actually, no, sorry. You and friendly creatures within 5 feet have resistance to cold damage. And you can see that as he's holding it, even in the heat of his tent, there seems to be frost and snow clinging to the bottom edge of the coat.
You know, that might be an interesting investment if we ever travel up north for me, because, I mean, y'all know what lizards do in the cold.
Die.
Yeah, they
No,
die.
I have. Oh, that's problematic. Kind of.
Keep that on the back burner. We'll come back to that if we ever travel north. I hope we don't. I like the desert.
You'll have to meet my boss someday.
I had a question about the secret pocket box. That was one of your earlier items.
Well, that there, it's not all that large. Think of it as a really small bag of holding. Except once y'all lock it, you're the only one that can open it up again. Now, bearing that in mind, if someone grabs y'all's bag of holding, they can't just reach in and grab whatever they want. They got to know what's in there first. This one just adds an extra layer of protection to that, but it can only hold about 2 cubic feet. Well, the contents on the inside.
Okay. The, that thing has been staring at me ever since I got in here. I'm mesmerized by its eyes. What the heck is going on with that there jar with a toad in it?
So fascinating. I have to know.
Well, that there toad, I done went and found him off there in Aslan. Basically, if you open the jar and let him out, he will obey your commands. Yeah, he will obey y'all's commands until you tell him to get back in the jar.
Does he like grow in massive scale to like a giant kaiju kind of thing? Or does he stay as a little tiny toad?
Not kaiju size, but he gets pretty damn big.
Okay, so big giant toad. Does he
It
have
spawns in a
name?
giant toad that you follows your commands.
That could be useful. I do like amphibians.
So you're gonna have a toad and a scorpion.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
How much is it?
Beastmaster Pez.
How much is it?
That there, 2,500 gold pieces.
Not bad.
Ian, I'm just reminded of Hippity Hoppy and the Army of Wows.
Don't worry about it.
Is there anything in this one? No, there was not.
Last one. Apologies, it's taking forever. Well, I assume the anti-disguise goggles will show me through any disguise, so I won't really ask about that. Plus, I mean, y'all don't want to see my huge giant eyes magnified even more. Might be a little bit creepy.
It's fairly self-explanatory in the name, I'll give you that.
The potion pouch. Was that already bought? I can't remember. Was that the thing that dispenses potions, or was that something different?
The alchemist's potion belt, that
No,
is
this-
in Venera's pile.
This is the potion pouch. It was one of your earlier items.
Hold on. Oh, would help if I fucking spelled potion right. It's the potent pouch.
Oh, my contacts are kind of.
No, that's me. I fucked that up. I need to change that. Y'all can put 4 vials into this, and once the vial is returned, after being empty, it will refill with the same potion by the next dawn.
Ooh.
Unlimited healing potions.
That there's 5,000 gold pieces.
5,000 gold pieces?
That's not bad for unlimited potions.
You
You
know
get
what?
one superior healing potion, just that goes in the bag.
Keep in
big
mind,
is
this
it?
can only hold vials.
Ow.
So would a vial of superior healing still do the healy thing?
The potion of superior healing is usually quite a bit larger.
So what could a vial hold, like, in scale to?
Speaking of vials, what does the Enforcer do? Because that's a vial potion you have on there, isn't it?
I'll get to that. The vial would be about just like the basic healing potion size. So anything that's like greater, superior, or whatnot would be able to fit in this pouch.
Okay. But still, unlimited healing potions.
Even the small ones.
Well, four of them, and it refills at the next dawn.
Yeah.
Just think of it this way: you can get a superior and just fill all of the vials with one of them. You drink all of them.
Well, there was a vial actually.
I don't have the page open. I was looking at the images instead of the list, but
What was that vial? Like, what's in there?
The purple one?
Yeah.
I think that's the Enforcer.
Let me scroll back up. Try to find that image.
The Enforcer serum?
Yeah, little. It's
Yep.
I think it's a little purple vial.
Yeah.
I think. Is it? Trying to find the image.
Now that there's a bit risky to take. It can increase your strength score by 1, but it might make you go a bit insane.
Also, there's no side effects.
There's lots
So the
of side
strength
effects.
score, like the overall 1 to 20.
Yes, up to a maximum of 24.
Oh.
Ooh,
But
okay.
you have to make an intelligence saving throw, and on a failure, you're afflicted with the indefinite madness trait.
That takes greater restoration to get rid of. No.
Maybe
later.
How much is that?
2,500 gold pieces and a signed waiver saying, "I am not responsible."
So is it like a permanent strength 1 increase?
Yes.
Oh. Ooh.
And then if you
I
put,
want 17 of them.
yeah, but if you put that inside the pouch, then
Oh.
you can have unlimited. So.
I do not
which
believe that
side-
this one would be refilled in that sense.
Have you tested it?
Yes.
There's a story behind that, and we will get back to that. You know what? Since everyone else is spending something, okay, hold on. Sorry. One more question. It's very shiny. The Forest Soul Gem.
Where are
Keep
you
it over
finding these? Because I didn't.
It's in the old list.
I,
Yeah,
I looked, but I didn't.
if you scroll
Was it on the
up
weapons
in,
page?
think
Because
Maybe.
I looked, and I didn't.
here, can I pin this? Yes, I can.
Probably.
I pinned it in the group chat.
Thank you.
That's the start of the list.
Oh
of the
yes,
images.
because I asked about the Elder Witch's hat.
This here gem will give you an advantage on wisdom saving throws. And while y'all are holding the gem, you can cast Conjure Woodland Beings at 4th level. It cannot be
Oh.
used this way until the next dawn.
How much?
2,500.
I will take that.
Wolves, wolves everywhere.
Y'all
And
taking that potion pouch?
Will it fit on my tail?
That doesn't fit on your tail.
Alright, fuck it. Why not?
Anything else there for you, Payers? Just those two?
Yeah, unless the creepy shadow ring is calling my name, but I don't think it is. That's probably just the whispers coming from it. It sounds like a goat, honestly.
Shadow Ring?
Yep.
This here ring's gonna give you pretty much exactly what y'all's hood is already doing.
Oh, okay, so, alright. Thank you kindly. Add that to our tab, or, I mean, the pile, and then we'll calculate the total amount. But the discount and us catching the Duke.
So y'all do want the shadow ring or no?
No, God,
Nope,
no.
just the 2.
Just the 2 for me, please.
All right. That there leaves you. Zahn, what you looking at here?
I actually don't remember the stuff you got for me last time. It's been busy.
Well, you've only had about an hour to look while I've been dealing with everyone else.
No, I know that list, but I could have sworn that there was stuff that wasn't on there that you grabbed for everybody. If not, then no.
Tyrannosaurus Rex was the one he got for you.
I didn't see it on any of those images.
It's not going to be on the list.
Because it wasn't on the list. He got it specifically for you, but you didn't take notes. So, +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. You get to rampage. You can move through the space of any creature of your size or smaller. When you move through a creature's space, it does not provoke opportunity attacks, and they must make a strength or dex saving throw. On a failed save, they take bludgeoning damage or are knocked prone. When you're rampaging, the weapon attacks with this weapon score critical against objects, structures, and prone creatures on a 19 or 20. It lasts for 1 minute, and it ends early if you don't move through a hostile creature's space on your turn or if you drop to 0 hit points. It can only be used twice, and it regains it at dawn.
I was supposed to say, if that's about it, then I'm alright. I appreciate it. I know he's got stuff that he's looking for me, but it's only been like, what, days?
Anything else y'all looking at?
I'll go ahead and throw in the cuff of captions and the gate ring as well.
Do you have enough fingers for all those rings? I mean, some of them could be toe ring. Wait, do you have toes?
Cuff of caption is going to take 300 gold pieces. And that technically goes on y'all's ear. What was the other one?
The gate ring.
The gateway ring. Now that one there's a fun one. That's going to be 8,000 gold pieces, just keep in mind.
Yep.
Rick has no concept of money. What does he care?
I don't think we're going to need that anytime soon, but it'll be nice to have when we do. I get the feeling it will come in handy.
How much are the friendship bracelets?
Friendship bracelets. I hadn't seen them being looked at in quite a while.
That was going to be one of my other questions, but I thought I was dragging on a little bit too much.
Brick has 6 items. You have 2.
Do what I wanted.
Questions.
The friendship bands always come as a pair. When 2 friends wear the bands and are tuned to them, they both count as being charmed by the other. Additionally, when both friends are within 30 feet of each other, they each gain a +1 bonus to AC and advantage on charisma saving throws.
How many of those are there?
It is 250 gold pieces, and it looks like there's just like a little bowl.
Oh, wow.
So you get +1 to AC for wearing one of those.
You have to wear it with someone else, though. That's the point.
Kasumi!
How close do you have to be?
Within 30 feet.
I mean,
Do they come? Is it just the pair, or?
It's just pairs. So, unfortunately, one of y'all's are gonna be an odd man out.
Well, no. You could get it for hamburger.
a hamburger, he could wear it as a collar.
That's a technicality.
He's like, do I allow this?
If you do allow it, I shoved a giant eyeball down his throat and he became a dragon.
I'm gonna buy a pair, so add that to my pile.
Same.
I hate that I can't find a reason to technically say no. Wait, who? So, Vanera and who?
Done.
Done.
I mean, should I buy a pair?
Got the money, man.
Yeah. Take Brick's advice. Who gives a shit about how much it costs? It's money.
Brick has no concept of money.
I'm a save, because I've been on a farm. I know how to save money. I know how to count my eggs. So
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one here spending like not 7,000 gold today.
Oh, not me.
I'm
Technically not Kasumi.
Mm-hmm.
Vanera, you are wrong.
My 40,000 is about to go bye-bye.
What?
You've spent over 7,000.
Oh no, I know that.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said
no,
that you hadn't spent 7,000. I was like, no, you have.
No, I have.
Okay, so is that it? Am I calculating totals?
Yes.
Okay.
Discounts and killing the Duke.
I'm not even getting to discounts yet. Jesus Christ.
I'll go ahead and calculate mine because I have all my prices right here.
No.
Too late.
No math for you.
Let the DM do it.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, there's a chance I might fuck up.
I will double check your work.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to tell him if he's wrong and below the mark.
Please stop.
D&D Beyond is a service that we use. It sadly does not allow you to add up purchases. It should. It might, but they probably won't add it.
Also, just kind of curious to see who's actually spent the most.
Definitely.
Not me. Maybe on opposite day.
Not me.
Vanera has a ring that's 14,000 gold.
It's actually 15,000 gold.
Whatever it is.
Oh, it's 1,500. Oh, no, it's 15,000. Never mind.
I was about to say, if you weren't going to buy it, I was going to ask to buy it.
Oh, we never
What
asked
is your
about the
item?
rod.
I know. I was going to ask you.
Should have asked about the periscope rod.
I know, I thought about it.
The what now?
The periscope rod.
With all the shiny
Do
lights.
you want your totals individually or just do all of it?
Individually.
Individually.
Yeah, individually.
Yeah, this is a split
We're
check,
splitting
but
the
we're
bill
not all
today.
one. Yeah.
Kasumi, y'all are looking at 1,200 gold pieces for y'all's.
Is that what
Okay.
discounts?
I'm just giving the totals at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's write this down.
Zahn, you're only looking at 250.
Wow, big spender over there.
Pez,
Fuck you,
75
Pez.
Pez is 7,500. Vanera, 19,350.
19,000.
And Brick, 57,656.
57?
Wait, what?
Can you say that again, only slower and like a rap?
57,656.
Well, then my math is way off compared to the prices you gave us last time.
8,000, 700, 2,000, 3,456, 40,000, 3,500.
The Ceratopper is 40,000. Gotcha. Okay, I have 4,000 written down. That's why I was so confused. Dang.
You're off.
Okay.
All right.
No.
How much do you need?
I can.
How
I can
much?
A
have-
lot more. I need
How much?
basically double. Or, hold on. So,
I mean, you did
You
just
just
throw
got
down.
40,000.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you said 50,000 something? I might just leave the Ceratopper behind. That I didn't realize that was as.
I mean, you can use
Um,
that. You could
No.
really use that.
How much do you need?
You have a certain father figure that only spent 250 gold pieces today.
You got homeless motherfucker. I'm not doing shit.
Okay, sorry. What was the price again?
Oh, shit, I should make myself lightheaded.
57,656.
57,556.
Yes. No, 656.
Okay, 57,656.
Correct.
57,650.
Remember, he also hasn't calculated discounts into this yet.
I know.
Just keep that price in your mind. for
Right
the
now,
moment.
I'm 14,876 short.
So, please continue with totals.
I was gonna say the Bank of Kasumi lends you 5,000.
Look, if I need to cut some stuff out, I can absolutely
No.
do
We'll
it's
figure it out. Let's
fine.
just wait till we get to the end.
that.
Yep, he's
Whiskey.
discounting the codes. Discount
Like I
codes.
added an 8,000 ring just for the hell of it.
Congratulations, you bought 3 cans of Monster! 75% off!
I have honey installed in my browser. Does that add any discount code?
Y'all ain't gonna be able to sweet talk me like that.
Gotta find
Also,
those
I agree.
coupon
I agree
codes.
with
honey.
Becca. Math sucks.
I want to roll to see if I can sweet talk him like that.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Pez just
I was gonna say if I went off of what Brick said, that's a no. But Kayla, or Vanera, sorry.
What if I was to give you one of my fate?
Wait, like
already
cut
ha-
off your feet?
I already
Fuck
have one
you.
of those.
Must remember to kill Veneer later.
You're gonna
On the
kill two
list.
of us so far.
Put it on the list, you'll lose it.
Put it on the list, you'll lose it.
Tell y'all what. You've been good customers. You're buying quite a bit from me today.
Mhm.
We're going to knock off roughly 20,000 gold pieces from this. Put you at an even 65,000 total.
Oh man, should have been 3,000 higher. Would have been a funny number.
I can boost it up 3,000 gold pieces.
Shut up, Pez.
Zahn throws Pez out of
So,
Like
how much was the original total?
85,956.
Okay. And, okay, 85,
Taking it down to
956.
65.
I took it down to 65,000. Even. That's 20,956 off. Almost 21,000.
Now, what if I show you a bit of leggy? Hamburger
You're
with
outside the
burrito
tent.
kind.
Go to timeout.
I'm afraid that's as low as I'm going to be able to get y'all at this point.
Is that the price for everyone?
Much appreciated.
That is the total price
Everyone's.
of everything.
Why did it do this?
You
So
said
what's that,
60.
20,000?
Was it 65,000 something?
It was
Even
it was roughly
What's the new price with the discount?
it was about like 21% off. Ish.
25%.
25% off of everyone's total.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did
it's
math.
Even
Let the banker do this.
65,000?
Huh?
Even
Is it
65.
Okay.
65,000,
65.
everything 65. So if you want to do 25% off of all of your individual totals, you can. I don't want to.
I can do the math if you
I've
guys
already
want me
forgotten
to.
the total you gave me.
Yours was 57,000.
Right, 57,
All right,
600.
fine. I'll fucking do it.
divided by.
He's got it.
Oh my
He's doing the
God.
math right now.
Hold on. No.
Just times
Fine.
each number by 0.75.
I
Mhm.
thought it was 0.25.
Mm-mm.
That's the discount.
Oh, right.
Yeah, math.
Listen to
Not
the
my
banker.
best
Don't you
method.
argue with her.
Easy. It's fucking 13,000 for each of us if we just split it
Between all
between
of
the
us?
5. But I also know that Zahn didn't get a lot.
I mean, I'm willing to throw in a couple
Yeah,
thousand.
Zahn's the
but
one that went to the
13
restaurant, bought an appetizer, and everyone else got lobster bisque.
Yeah.
And like 5 alcoholic drinks.
Yeah. I love you guys, but no.
So,
How
Brick,
much
Well, at this point, I
Fried
only
salad?
need.
Brick, you are at 43,242.
43,242.
Yes.
What are you short?
At this point, I am short.
Assuming you're at 900, just for the sake of the stream and everything, so everyone knows how much you guys are spending.
462.
I will give you 1,000.
You are at 14,512 because I don't want to fuck with decimal points.
Oh shit! That's not too many zeros.
Okay.
Pez, you are at 5,625.
Yes, my calculator did the math right.
Yay.
And Zahn, you are at 187.
Yay! I'm spending a lot of money today.
I'm just gonna do that and just take it out.
All right,
Yep.
Hand it
I
over.
gave Brick what he needed to get his shit, and had a little bit left over.
So 4, 3, 2, 4, 2, and remove.
And remove.
I am now at 538 gold.
Listen, that's still not a
Yay.
bad amount of money to get basic
Yeah.
stuff.
No,
You
no,
could buy
not
a
at all.
cookie.
So all of these items are available in D&D Beyond. So you should be able to search them through your items. And if
Oh,
you are having
that's
trouble
actually-
with any, I can add them
Ooh.
when
Can you
need
give me
be.
the names of what I bought again? I'm sorry.
Did I buy the toad? I did not.
You did not buy the toad. Vanera, you had the Detective's Notebook,
Thank you.
the Alchemist's Potion Belt, Great Owl's Shroud, and Ring of the Split Mind. Split Mind is 2 words.
In the bag, right?
And the Bag of Holding, yes. I don't have an item page up for that, so glad you remembered. And you got the small version. I'll have to figure out what that one is in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Pez, you got the Potion Pouch and the Forest Soul Gem.
Forest Soul Gem.
You did not get that.
Come on.
Manage inventory.
Oh, Vanera, you also got the Friendship Bands.
Yes.
Sorry, forgot about that. Zon, that's what you got as well, the Friendship Bands.
I've got it added in more. Thank you.
Okay. Brick, you got the Cuff of Captions.
Yeah, I got my list. Quick question.
You know which?
For the spell sword, is it still, like, according to the page, is it still a short sword?
Yes.
Okay. Just check.
Trying to remember what Kasumi got. Kasumi got the Dress of Defense
And the Ring of Shrouding.
and the Ring of Shrouding. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there it is. Okay. Does that sound like what everyone got?
Sure. Are you sure you got everything I got?
Okay. Well, congratulations. You guys spent a fuckload of money.
Need to really hold back. Gosh.
Look, somebody had
on,
to
house.
keep the bar. Okay. This is the last call because I'm about to close this window with all these items that are open.
Yes, we're good. We're
Okay.
good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Wait a minute about that. No.
No, too late.
And
Let me see.
Who wants to be my friend?
actually, I might give you the Arcanist gauntlets if all my attunement slots are taken up, because I don't know if I will have enough slots.
Give who those gauntlets?
You.
What do they do?
They basically save spell slots,
Oh, okay.
but it's a chance to save a spell slot, and you'll be able to put it to better use than I will probably. But I wanted to go ahead and get it for the group because I thought it'd be a good buy.
Possible.
Oh, it does not require attunement. Okay. I didn't know if the potion pouch requires attunement or not, and it says it does not.
If I didn't put it there, then it does not.
So I will latch it around my tail, and I have a tail pouch.
Duh.
I put the alchemist potion belt around my waist.
And then your pants fall down because it's heavy.
You got the cheapest bag of holding, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, I think that is considered 15 capacity. No, that's not it. I don't.
That's okay. We can deal with it later. It's fine.
No. So just give yourself the bag of holding because I think the table that I was using might be outdated. It might have been 4th edition, so I'll actually just go ahead and add it to your inventory for you. So if you just hit refresh, you should have a bag of holding now. Refish. You must refish. Okay. So the merchant scoops this mountain of gold into basically a bucket. As you all are sifting through your items, are you all just like putting them in your arms, or are you putting them in the bag?
Stuffing them in my bag.
Vanera just gets this primal, like, eyes are going cocked. She's foaming at the sides of the mouth. She's channeling her, like, inner, what is it? What is it when you have visions of, like, your past self? Your reincarnation? And she's just fucking hammering stuff in here. She's, like, just cathartically stuffing it already.
I hope he didn't give birth to a kleptomaniac.
Too late.
No. That's the name of Kasumi's sword.
Yeah.
Who wants to be my friend? Zahn holds up the other band that he's not wearing.
I'll take it. She grabs it.
Yay, I have friends.
So
And
I have no real way of making that item work in D&D Beyond, so that is going to be on everyone here that is using it to remember 30 feet plus 1 to your AC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you forget, you forget.
Don't throw a fit.
So, the merchant is watching as you clean out a hefty portion of his stock. Anything else I can help y'all with for the day?
Let's see. We talked about Brick's trauma. I mean, his dream.
Por qué no los dos?
We talked about, well, we got a bunch of things. So there was the dwarf, there was Drybell, and the things that we were shopping for. I thought there was something else that we needed to talk to you about.
Well, didn't he say he wanted to talk to us about something? Or did we already do that?
Yeah, that might have been it.
Motion.
Something I wanted to ask y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I already asked it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, what we were planning to do. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
I was just curious if y'all were going to be staying around here, if you were going to be going and exploring the wider world. But seems y'all have some more unfinished business up north.
Weird question. You probably wouldn't be selling any of your dinos, would you?
Ain't got no dinos with me for selling. I don't usually handle the livestock.
Ooh, you don't. Who does? Is there someone like you who...
There's no one like me.
Well, that is true. You are quite charming, but there has to be someone similar to you who sells livestock.
Well, there's plenty of people around here that sell beasts of burden, traveling. Just gotta look around. Sure, you could even wander up to a farm and ask them if they'd be willing to part ways with one of them their creatures.
I mean, my family name should go well with some of the farmers.
Speaking of, did we ever get our mounts back? Like, did they ever come back in, or
It was 2 days.
Not yet.
Not yet?
It's tomorrow. We come in. They come in.
Okay.
Do you know of any herbalist around here?
That's what it was.
Herbalists. Herbalists.
Some that are familiar with mushrooms, perhaps?
Now, see, they're using that word again. Mushrooms don't tend to grow around these parts. It's too dry. They need wetness and humidity. You might have better luck over further to the east near the mountain ranges where you get some of that there water runoff, but as far as herbalists, can't say I can think of any here in Locust Harbor that would know anything about mushrooms. What are y'all looking to ask about?
I'm just concerned about the environment in Drybell and if it's potentially toxic to be around.
Well, if memory serves, mushrooms tend to be either quite delicious or terribly deadly. Some will make you shit your brains out, some will make you see funny colors, and then it seizes up your lungs. You never know.
So, you're saying the brick will be fine?
Kind of looks over at Brick. Yeah, I think he'd be alright. He might get something in his joints, but as far as being able to breathe, I don't think he has nothing to worry about.
Yes, but that is the worry of going to Drybell to where it is.
Just says breaking in Drybell. How is it? It's fine. Everyone walks in. Everyone just dies immediately.
He is the worst cave canary ever.
And that's
Tweet,
the
tweet.
end of our campaign.
TPK.
Bye, everybody.
Brick just runs off to become the new big bad evil guy out of guilt.
Well-
I killed the Tempests.
Now, I hate to bring this up after y'all spent so much money here with me, but I do have one more item y'all might be interested in. And
tell.
he goes around to the back, and he pulls out what looks like a plague doctor's mask. Now, this here mask makes you immune to the inhaled effect of poisons, as well as harmful gases and vapors, even some of them more deadly ones. But I'm sad to say, I only got the one. 3,000 gold pieces, and it's yours.
So, that was one of the other items I was going to ask about. I assume it'll fit on me, seeing that I have one of the smaller heads out of our people.
Your snout would just go in it.
I do believe your beak would fit inside its beak quite nicely, yes.
And then if I, frill up, it would look kind of funny.
Might be a little awkward, but
Would be funny. Probably scares the shit out of some children.
That is true. If I like get a giant cloak on, and then hunch over, and then just creep over with the mask on.
you'd be looking like your little companion there a bit.
Ooh, look like hamburger. That's a good idea. I'll take it.
Is that 3,000 gold with a discount, or is that just what it is basic?
That's the basic price of it.
Discount?
Seeing as y'all done did a mighty good service for this here area, bring it down to 2,250.
Okay.
Returning customers and all. You can add the breather mask to your inventory.
Breather.
Breather. No
This
attunement.
mask will
It's
save your
basically
life,
just a
Batman.
gas mask in the shape of a plague doctor's beak.
Cool.
And equipment. Do I have to attune
Nope.
to this?
Anyone can put it on.
I do not. I instantly put it on.
You guys see what
Are
is
you my mate?
essentially a purple plague doctor mask. The big goggles, the strap over the back and the side, and then two little silvery like gas canister things on the side of the beak.
Are you my mummy?
And now that I think about it, it might work better for Pez because gas masks tend to obscure light in ways that really shouldn't.
Well, he's got this, and he's also got his scorpion hat on now.
Oh, so on top of that, it's pitch black for him, is what I'm hearing.
Perfect.
I am a ridiculous machine.
You're something.
He's very quickly becoming the kid from the Christmas Story that's just bulked up with everything. Can't put his own arms down.
I was born in the gas.
Sulfur hexafluoride aside,
Rick is gonna look at the merchant. May I ask? Earlier, it appeared as if you checked in on Drybell by some magical means.
it's a
Anything
simple
to add?
scrying spell.
Anything to add to what we have already said about
Nope.
how it looks?
Town's pretty fucked.
Just curious to see if you noticed anything I didn't.
You wouldn't happen to have anything that could set the town on fire by chance, would you?
We have spells that can
He kind
set
of
it on
narrows his eyes at you,
Again,
reaches down,
with the fire.
pulls up a little box of matches.
I already have one of those. This isn't helping me at all.
Yeah, but those are magical matches. They came from Mr. the Merchant right here.
I'm gonna
No,
bonk
they's
Pez on
just
the head.
matches. I use this to light my pipe.
Oh, come on. I was trying to get you with some more money.
Don's looking there like, apparently I'm not here this whole time hearing this conversation.
I can barely hear a thing in this mask.
He's starting to hyperventilate a little bit, and the beak is like.
Well, I think that's it.
Take the beak and kind of like lift it up.
I go with it. I'm just like dangling.
No.
Too tight! Too tight!
Like takes his snout, like maneuvers it over, and then just middle of his forehead, just the Like,
So now
It's
he's a purple unicorn.
Unapez,
Yeah.
the rarest creature in nature.
Okay, this is dumb.
I'm gonna go poke it with the stick. He's angry.
Oh, he's angry.
What was that, Vanera?
I said he could fit in just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Now, do me a favor, Mr. Merchant. Could you continue to keep your eyes open for things like weapons that would interest me?
Well, of course, y'all have given me quite a bit of capital to expand my wares further.
That is good.
We have the coin.
We look forward to the options.
Yes, I do.
Well, if there's nothing else I can help with, y'all, I wish you luck.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Expect a call from us in the next couple days, probably. Knowing our luck.
I sure hope so.
At this point, I look at Zahn. Are we still expecting some sort of response from whoever has the dinosaurs?
Yes, they will send the mail to the inn that we are staying at. As long as they don't look at the room.
Might want to check on that.
Who was the last person out, and did they put the do not disturb tag on the door?
No, I jump out the window. It wasn't me.
Thank you again, Merchant. I guess we should be leaving.
Anytime. Y'all know how to get in touch with me.
Auf Wiedersehen.
So you all leave the merchant's tent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Much heavier.
You all, you part the red curtain, step outside, and it's still the rickety tent from the outside. And it is late in the afternoon. The sky
the late
is
bells ringing.
orange. You guys have shopped through lunch. Some of your stomachs are starting to growl. Hamburgers is the loudest, and he is now nipping at the new mask that is on Pez's forehead.
Feed me.
You know what? I will stuff you in that bag.
Stuff
I
it.
will not.
Why don't you just stuff him in the mask?
That's a good point.
It is Das Hamburger.
So I can't remember. I had to take my ocular implants out. Was there a herbologist that he recommended to us here, or no? Okay.
He says that nobody here would have the expertise that we need to get the mushrooms identified.
Okay.
Draggy.
Then I don't know why I just turned into the pseudo leader of us all, but do you think we all should just head back and wait for our mounts to come back tomorrow and rest up?
I want to eat.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll eat. We'll go grab something to eat. What are you in the mood for, actually?
I want to eat the food on a stick.
The food on a stick. I'm pretty sure we can find food on a stick.
Shish kebabs.
There actually was a stall that I remember seeing is just food on a stick. Might try that.
Have you been drinking?
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I had a great day at work today, so
We do only usually get this level of Pez on a drinking day, so this is lovely.
This is lovely.
So, lead me to the food on a stick.
The food on a stick. All right, let's go.
and we trot away like the ponies we are.
Vanera somehow produces 2 empty halves of coconuts from her new bag of holding them.
Oh, 3 coconuts.
I still have those in the back of my car.
As you should.
So Pez leads you down towards the wharf where there is a the front facade is just kind of built into the side of a building. It doesn't look anything special, but the smell is divine. There's nowhere to sit. It's literally just like the side of the house had a little latch that can open, and there's an older gentleman back there just cooking his little heart out.
So, welcome to Food on a Stick. It's a small chain here in the Untamed West.
Vaughn's gonna just push forward and just go right to the
Idea number 5.
I want one of everything.
So, Pez gets a little kebab with 5 things on it. Zahn gets a bouquet. So, you all spend the evening chatting, discussing your next moves, eating, enjoying the sea air. Is there anything that you all would like to do before bedding down for the night?
I would like to tie Brick up so he doesn't draw on Zavals again.
I'm gonna resist that.
Strength
No.
challenge.
My dagger has something to say about that.
I'm gonna give you advantage, Brick, because you are bigger.
Okay.
Probably not gonna beat him anyways, but
That's better. Is this just athletics or just straight strength?
Strength.
Okay, dirty 20.
yeah, I roll 13 now.
No.
So you slowly approach Brick with a rope, and you're like, hey. And then Brick's just like, no, stop it. So anything else you guys
I'm
want
not
to do?
going to sleep anyway.
Kasumi would like to spend some time meditating with her new dress in her lap and just trying to understand how it works and also secretly asking if it could change colors, but if not, she will not be too sad.
So Brick, you want to attune to the dress as well? Is that what you were nodding? Okay.
Yes.
Do I look pretty?
You are looking pretty.
Let me see something here.
Yeah, I would like to attune to mine. And actually, Brick is going to, in one hand, have the Cuff of Captions, and the other have the Arcanist Gauntlets, and look at Zahn. I have to choose one or the other. You pick which one you want. Subtitles or save spell slots.
Wait, what was the first one you just said?
Subtitles.
Subtitles.
Does that just...
So, Cuff of Captions.
Kasumi, make an
Oh,
arcana
it literally
check
just
for
gives
me.
you captions?
Make
So
an arcana check for me.
Okay.
you gain a +2 to Wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing, even if you're deafened. You can sometimes read the transcriptions of sounds that are otherwise inaudible. The transcriptions are in common, vary in size and form depending on the nature. They will translate any spoken language. And
Even written?
not only spoken.
Damn it.
So yeah, it's like tongues.
That was 21.
21. You spend quite a bit of time with the item. You sit in your kind of a natural posture, and you're kind of reconnecting with Shenshay. And any of you that are in the room watching this, the dress goes from the gold trim with the green silk and the red underlay to
A white with like a fade into a light violet.
Does the armor stay the gold color? Does that change to a more irony steel silver?
I would say silver with a violet sheen. Almost like that iridescent look,
Okay.
if you allow it.
So the armaments on it were made from Aslan gold, which all of you have heard that it's as strong, if not stronger, than steel. So while it does change its look a little bit, in really, really, really harsh light, you'll see just a hint of yellow. But
Okay.
overall, it is the silver look of steel with a kind of iridescent rainbow kind of purple sheen to it.
Perfect.
That dress is
I
pretty.
Your water bottle disappeared, and I had no idea what you were doing.
I'll go ahead and attune to the Ceratopper and the Moss Hide Troll Belt.
Sure. So the Moss-Hide belt, it sort of forms into your body as you are with the Warforged. The belt itself sort of disappears into your physicality, and the troll head with the mossy vines. The vines are what seem to spread around your waist to make the belt. The Cerotopper, I'm going to leave part of it up to you. Since it does kind of mold into your shape, you do now have the 2 horns on your head, but I will let you decide if the visor disappears or becomes something that is just attached to the side of your head that you can raise and lower as you want.
I like the raise and lower at will.
Okay.
I am Iron Man.
Pretty much.
Nope.
So,
To answer, oops, sorry.
go ahead.
Brick, to answer your earlier question, why don't you hold on to them, and if you don't need one, just toss it to me. I honestly do not care.
That's what he's trying to do.
I can't decide.
Well,
I'll
tell you what, while you guys are deciding, we're going to take a quick break because I have to go to the bathroom. So we will be back very shortly. It is kind of funny, though, because of her background thing, it's kind of hiding the food. It just appears. Well, welcome back, everybody. They have shifted some items around. Some people have things, other people don't have things. So you spend the evening attuning to your items, getting used to your new purchases. Is there anything you all would like to do before we advance to the next day?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. What would you all like to
Did
do?
we check for the mail?
Did you?
I guess not. That's one thing Brick would like to do.
Okay. So you go, when you return, you go to the front desk, and where is she? You walk up to Anna Tobias, and she's behind the counter. Seems like she's fussing with something, but looks up as you approach. Yes.
Is there any correspondence for the Tempests?
I believe I was out when it arrived. Let me go and check. So she puts down the book that she was writing in, goes into the back, and she does come out with a letter.
I shall take it and, remembering what everyone was getting onto me for, tip her a single gold.
It's not necessary, but very much appreciated.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And he'll run back upstairs.
Boom, 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 boom. You all can hear him coming. He stops, opens the door, and he's got the letter.
We have mail.
Ooh, mail.
I will quickly open and read it aloud.
It's a very short letter. It is from the stable hand that you had left your mounts with before. He said that it will cost a bit more to have them shipped because there is no one tending to them. But they are on the way, and they should be there within... sorry, not within. They should be there on the 22nd of Myos.
What day is it currently?
Tomorrow, I'm guessing.
Which is tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Because Brick is getting impatient.
Of course he is.
Rick, I'm going to need you to
Anything
calm
else for
down.
the evening?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think Kayla, Nim, and myself had something they wanted to do.
I'll go last.
Mine's later at night, so.
Same.
Zahn, what do you got?
I was going to sit on our balcony and try to talk to my mother. Or, you know, be one with nature. It's
Okay.
cold.
Datey night?
Deity night.
Not a date night, it's a datey night.
Okay, is that what you two are going to do as well, basically?
Yeah, but she wants to find a quiet spot to, like, sky and stuff like that.
I'm doing the balcony so I don't fill the room with snow.
And Pez?
Pez is going to do something completely other and chaotic, so don't worry about me.
Okay, we'll get to you then.
Do it under the bed?
Then don't worry about it.
Shut up and eat your chips.
Okay.
So, Zahn, you go and you sit out on the balcony. It's a nice warm night. The others that are inside, the window and the glass door is open. You feel the warm sea air come flowing in. But after a moment, the scent of the salt grows a bit stronger, a bit more briny, and the air chills noticeably. So Zahn, as you are sitting there and you are meditating, what are you trying to do?
Honestly, just say hi, see what's going on at home, see how Dad's doing, talk to, Doctor.
Okay. Are you casting a spell, or are you just praying?
You're praying. Praying's a good word for it.
Okay. You sit there for a time, and there's no words. But after a few minutes of mentally sending your thoughts, I should actually change this to a more nighttime-esque kind of feel. You feel a breeze pass over you that feels very comforting. And after a time, the breeze warms again, the chill begins to dissipate, and the regular scent and the sounds of the evening travel along.
Go inside and start brushing myself before bed.
Okay, Vanira. You said that you were looking for someplace outdoors?
Yeah. If there was like a tree nearby, I was gonna go sit by a tree.
Well, there is that one really tall tree that the inn is named after.
Yeah, that one might do. That's
Okay.
fine.
So, as your companions go upstairs, instead of jumping out the window, you are a decent human being, and you walk downstairs to go and sit underneath the
I have
tree.
some class.
Class, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
I have more class than my pinky finger.
So, I'm sorry. Can I take over?
Take over.
Like, how she prays?
Oh, absolutely. You go and you approach the large singular palm tree, and
Yeah, sorry.
no, by all means, I have no idea how you pray. You could be doing backflips for all I know.
You do know me. No, she kind of just sits down and sits her back against the tree, and then she kind of just like closes her eyes, and it's been a while, really, really long time since she's tried reaching out to Novelli. And she projects the worries that she has about the town of Drybell and the destruction that she saw through Brick and his drawings, and really fucking windy out. And the worry of this cave and what it could possibly mean, because she has no idea. I think I forgot to ask, but does she recognize, like, I know it was just like charcoal and stuff, but in her years with Nepheli, would she have learned about a like fungi growth like this before? Like, is it something that she's heard of before or seen before? Or is it like brand new?
You are very familiar with fungi. And in Nepheli's realm in the Misty Pass, there's even areas that you have wandered into where it seems like a forest of mushrooms the size of trees. You are very much aware of which ones can be dangerous, maybe not specifically, but you know signs to look for if something seems a bit oozy or whatnot. But as far as understanding why these mushrooms are growing in the desert, you're not entirely sure.
Okay. So she's just gonna like throw that confusion and just worry through whatever spiritual connection that she has with Nepheli. And she's just gonna sit there and wait.
Okay. You sit for a time. Are you closing your eyes to meditate, or are you kind of keeping watch? Okay. You close your eyes for a time, and the sounds of the city begin to fade. There's still the occasional bit of laughter and music being played, but even those are starting to drift on to nothingness as the night wears on. Lights are being turned out. Your spot by the tree is growing darker. You're starting to be able to see the stars in the sky, the twin moons, which at this point are about, both of them are nearing their half phases. The sound of the ocean crashing against the waves. You start to feel like you're being watched. And not just by one thing. Seems like a few things are watching you. Do you do anything?
Yeah.
Hold on, Chip first.
But, can she? I don't know if this is going to be something that is going to have to use a spell. But can she sense if these eyes or what's watching her is good, or if they're human or just people from town?
They don't feel human, and they seem fairly close. You're also sitting underneath a tree with apart from the inn, there's no other buildings nearby.
Is there a raccoon in the tree? She's gonna look around and, let's see.
Well, as soon as you open your eyes,
Oh, shit.
you see about 6 pairs
Oh, no.
reflecting light back at you.
Fucking raccoons.
Well, they're not raccoons.
Possum.
Does she recognize them?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
Do you
no.
have dark vision?
As a tiefling, yes. Where would that be?
That tail is going crazy.
I don't think you have dark vision.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah, you do not have dark vision.
Run!
Run, bitch! Run!
It's a little harder to make out. The moons are not quite as bright, but there's still a fair bit of light coming off of it.
You said it's a creature? Or
There seem to be 6 pairs of eyes, and they're kind of bobbing, looking at you, getting a little bit closer.
she's gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And
So
that's from using her woodland staff, so just a charge.
okay, so you lay your hand on your staff and you cast a spell, and you hear a chorus of voices. Hello, hello, hello. She's safe. She's here. She's fine. Hello, hello. They're kind of bobbing and.
Fucking cute. I'm sorry. Oh my god. This is so cute. I was not expecting that, honestly. Yeah, I'm kind of lost now.
You broke Phaneera.
Taken by cute things. she's gonna hear the voices and just kind of I can't see you. I don't have dark vision. Do not know where you are.
Ooh, ooh, closer, closer, get closer. And the eyes get closer still. And you see it's fairly covered in feathers. There's 6 of them. It's hard to make out, but it looks like their feathers are a singular color to about where their shoulder blades are. They're on 2 legs, very small kind of arms, almost like hamburger, but their face isn't quite as long. They're sort of scrunched a little bit.
They're like Archaeopteryx or whatever they are.
Kind of, but they look a lot less. They look more flightless. You're not super familiar with what this is, but you do see that the tail kind of narrows and then poofs out into more feathers.
With Druidcraft, am I able to make a little flame in my hand just so I can see? Or does Thaumaturgy do that?
Let me look at Druidcraft. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I'm gonna take out my torch and I'm gonna light it with Druidcraft because I can light a torch.
Okay. So you light the torch and you see them very briefly. They are fully feathered. They've got kind of little mouths, but they're very, very pretty. Almost think of if you put the head of a parrot onto like an Archaeopteryx, more or less. Here, actually, let me just send this to you. Where'd you go?
Please. I want to be seen.
There you go. And they are fairly. The upper part of their feathers are very bright, and the lower part is darker. And
Mitchell, to give you some context, they look like an oviraptor.
but very, very feathered.
No rocks.
I need to see.
You see them for a moment, and they were getting closer, but as the torch was lit, they shrink back and kind of run away from the light.
She snuffs out the light. Puts her torch away.
And you hear, too bright, 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 run. No light. Very bright. And these are all kind of coming from all around you as they scatter.
Oh, sorry. Are you from Nefeli?
Yes, Nefeli. Yes, good. Asked to check. Heard you. Check in. They kind of bobbing a little bit closer.
She just holds out a hand. Don't have any food, unfortunately.
One of them comes up closer and kind of like does a little bird head tilt and kind of, not painfully so, but kind of pecks your hand, and the others swarm in and circle up and start like nuzzling in and kind of.
Oh my god, they're like chickens.
Getting all up in your business.
I love them. Is Nefeli nearby?
No. Long way away. Very far. Asked to check.
I'm okay. I have questions, though.
Can't answer. No. And they all kind of pause for a moment, like eerily still. Moment 2 passes. Nefeli, busy, very busy. Can talk soon.
Okay. Will she find me?
Again, like as they're all talking, they're moving like normal. They're kind of nuzzling up against you to try to make you feel better. But as soon as you ask the question, they all freeze again. Yes, soon. Tomorrow. Maybe. Sometime soon. Yes. Feel better?
Yes, I do feel better. Thank you.
Good. One of them gives you a little bit of a poke on the side of the head, maybe harder than it meant to.
Ow.
Sorry. He's sorry.
Well, thank you for making me feel better.
Yes. Stay by tree.
And I'm gonna go back inside with my friends.
Oh, okay. We go hunt. Okay.
She's gonna pat all of them on the head.
Oh. They all kind of like start like vying for position and for getting the head pats.
She's gonna shoo him away. Go have fun. Be safe.
Okay. Goodbye. It's just...
She's gonna go back inside.
Put this for context. If anybody who couldn't speak with animals, all you hear is.
Actually, Zon, since you were on the balcony, you would hear.
Oh no!
Oh God, that's right.
Well, you would hear some chirping. Nothing that you haven't heard before. Just sounds like birds almost.
I just realized what I didn't even notice the fire being lit immediately.
I think that Vanera would have come out
Probably soon.
a little bit after you went out onto the balcony, so you may have been in your meditative state and not quite, because it was only lit for a few moments.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fair few stories below you, so you wouldn't have necessarily picked up on it.
Here's the fucking... It's fucking noisy out here.
Pez, you said that there was something you wanted to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Is everyone asleep?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, I mean, what? What's up?
Vanera comes back in and kind of beds down.
I'll say, Pez, if you're staying up in Vanera as you come in, you'll notice Brick is just kind of sitting over to the side. And usually by this point, he's starting to power down. His eyes are dimming. He is wide awake and kind of just fiddling with the gate ring in his fingers. Or he just got kind of like, he'll get done with that and just like take his axe out and spin it. Like he's just cycling through monotonous, twitchy motions.
Hey, Brick.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do to help you? You seem a little agitated.
He kind of just pauses. I keep returning to this new feeling that I discovered last night. It makes me... It feels like a rock. It kind of just points to where his stomach would be.
Here's on from the other side of the room. That would be dread.
I don't like it.
It's never a good feeling. I've honestly had that feeling up until, yesterday, till I saw that green monster hang. My only advice is, this is the only time I've ever experienced that kind of feeling, but my only advice is to just ride it out, and as soon as we figure out what's going on with Tribell and your dreaming, then that feeling right there,
And I like ting on your belly.
that feeling should go away. Hopefully.
I share your hope, but I don't know if I can sleep until then.
You need to get some rest or whatever you do during the night. Would it comfort you if Hamburg and I watched out over you, made sure nothing nefarious happens?
I am... You see him kind of searching for a word, and he doesn't really know what it is. I feel a word accompanying dread for the fear of... for fear? Is this fear?
Yeah, I would say so.
I fear dreaming.
Well, I don't have anything that could keep the nightmares away. I mean, whenever I had nightmares when I was a youngin', my sister always came in my room and snuggled up right up to me. Well, most of my sisters, actually, my brothers, they did whatever. But all my sisters came in and snuggled up with me, made sure I was safe. So, I mean, I could do the same for you. See if that would help. Hamburger actually purrs in his sleep. He doesn't want anyone else to know that, but his purring has like some soothing effects. So maybe that might help you. And again, I won't leave your side. I'll be here. I'll keep you safe.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of, you see him almost preparing himself, lays the axe across his lap, and slowly starts to let the light in his eyes dim to his resting state.
Plop down next to him and lean.
Prepare for the cuddles. Prepare for the cuddles.
And as per my word, I will have one of my guns at the ready.
So, Brick, as you go to sleep, you have a lovely rest. No dreams.
Thank goodness. I was about to shoot up the place.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt whatever shenanigans you wanted to get up to.
The only shenanigans I was going to do was put on the mask and just, like, stand over someone creepily as they wake up.
I might have killed you.
Well, Brick will wake up before everyone else since he's going to sleep at the same time, so you're still welcome to do that.
I'm going to do that.
I'm
going to, like, find a bath towel or something and just drape it over me and hunch over and just...
Are you staying up all night to do this?
No, like, I assume we're taking, like, shifts or whatever to sleep.
We're sleeping in an inn.
Oh, well, okay. I'll wake up at my usual time, which is before dawn or before the sun rises, because farmer life.
Make a Constitution check.
Constitution. Where the heck is that? Oh, it's one of the big ones. Did I do that right? Yep, I did. 16.
16. Okay. You fall asleep with your mask on. You were giddy and you're excited to pull this prank, and you fell asleep with it on, and you start to hear, not even hear, you start to sense the awakening of the world, and your eyes snap open. You're like, now's my time. You look around. Everyone else is still asleep.
Now, who to terrify? I mean, I know Brick won't have any reaction.
Brick is actually starting to stir probably too, because I only need 3/4 of the same time as
I'm going to say that since you had a point of exhaustion, your
rest
rest cycle at this point, because you've not experienced that before, it's an unusual energy drain. Yes, this one time you slept a little longer. You needed it.
Fair enough.
I need to pick a number between 1 and 3.
So roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Look how smart you are. This is why you're the DM.
Warhammer, man.
4.
All right.
Well,
who's 3/4?
I put my towel over. It's a very dark towel. I make sure my frills are like curled kind of over. And I jump. I have my knife ready. And I'm standing over a very, very fluffy sleeping bunny.
You are going to die.
You are going.
Zahn wakes up and grabs you by the fucking throat.
Make a grapple check. And,
okay, sure. Why not?
Dex save, Pez.
What's a grapple check? I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's strength.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. Proficient in that. No, I rolled like shite. 15 for my deck save.
It's only 2.
So you're so giddy with your excitement that you see Zon's ears flick a bit. They both lock onto you, and before his eyes open, to give you that notice that he's awake, hand on your throat.
Just gonna open my eyes. Let go. Would not suggest doing that again, Pez.
Did it work? Did I scare you? Were you scared?
Oh, I was super terrified.
Pez, you take 2 points of dumbass damage.
Dumbass, damn it.
I'm sorry, I really want this in comic form now. just this entire sequence of events ending in
So I respect the attempt.
Cat, quit.
Okay. I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. Are you guys wanting to go for a bit longer?
That's a choice.
I know the East Coasters sometimes have duties the next day, and we have been going for 3 hours, so we don't have to go for too much longer. I'm just curious if you want to go ahead and call it or go on for a bit more.
if we are gonna call it, can we go ahead? Is there anything else anyone wanted to do in town, or can we be like, yeah, we're going downstairs, finding out where our dinos are, and paying for it, and going?
That was my suggestion. Get the mounts and skedaddle, unless other people had other ideas.
Yeah, that's fine.
Got laid, rubbed it in the Dragonborn's face when I executed the Duke, choked Pez. Yeah, I'm good. Checked off my checklist.
He's marking off his little check boxes, crumples it up, throws it. I'm done.
Go.
Okay, so we will fast forward here just a little bit. It takes about halfway through this next day. You kind of take turns sitting in the inn, going to the train station, finding somewhere to eat. Eventually, the train finally does arrive. You collect your mounts, Juniper. I forget the Hadrosaur's name, and I don't think Zahn ever named his Deinonychus. Oh, was it Kiwi? The Hadrosaur?
That
Sounds right.
familiar. Yeah.
God, you...
Dear dinosaur.
I didn't name them. It's not my job to write it down.
It was Kiwi.
All right, so Philip and Charles are here. I don't remember if Zahn named his or not. Your dinosaurs do arrive. You're planning on going on foot?
The
Far
Dry
away
Bell
zone.
is- it's
I
pretty
didn't
close
know
to
if
us,
we had
isn't
the
it?
option to take the train to Drybell since it was deserted.
Oh, that's a good point.
We can inquire.
I do still have our tent in case we need it.
We can always
How-
do a road trip.
How long would it take on Dino versus train?
Let me see here. Must pull up the appropriate file.
And I guess Brick will also inquire if the train is even possible.
So Brick, you go to the rail station and you ask about it, and the sorry, let me see. I forget who is running this one. It is Callum, the Dragonborn, the brass scale Dragonborn. So, you go up to the booth and you see this large bronze scaled Dragonborn that's just a bit on the chunky side. It's kind of stuffed inside of her little box. And she says, "Well, normally it'd only take you about 5 hours to get from here to Locust Harbor, or to Drybell. But we've been instructed not to stop any trains at that location since people have been going missing. And we ain't exactly supposed to stop anywhere other than the station, so Unless y'all are going straight on through to Luna Wind, afraid there's not much I can do to help you here. I do know it's about 125 miles away. On foot, normal pace, take you about 4.5 days.
Thank you kindly. Then he walks back. It's like, so we have two options. 4 days on Dino, or we board a train and we jump when we get there. Because they're not stopping.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've jumped out of a moving train, but...
But what would we do with the mounts?
Yeah,
Yeah, we just got them here.
Oh no, I was being sarcastic. I think we should walk.
It is.
Yeah, let's hope
Well,
it.
yeah, right, yeah.
Alright, we saddle up.
I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
To the desert.
I make a lot of noise because the mouse it is so killy.
Save a dino, ride a cowboy.
Okay.
Episode.
So, save
Hey,
a
horse, ride
dino. Ride
Right, a cowboy. Oh,
cowboy.
goodness.
All right.
So good at this, and I don't even try.
So, you collect your dinos. Vanera, you actually struggle quite a bit to keep Kiwi to stop from licking you. Your Hadrosaur. It missed you.
Oh.
I just take his big fat head and I just rub myself all over it and give him pats and scratches.
He lifts the head a little bit, and you come up with him, and you're still just kind of latched on, just like, booja, 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 booja.
Come down here and let me love you.
Good thing Juniper's not licking me because I would go in the mouth.
Well, Juniper's not licking you, but she did give you a bit of a nuzzle with, is it a he or she? I can't remember. It gave you a bit of a nuzzle that almost took you off your feet. But they all seem fairly excited to see you. So you mount up. You prepare for your travel.
No.
Yes. In fact,
Sorry,
you
I'm
do.
telling the cat to stay away.
And that is where we are going to end for tonight.
And I end the cliffhanger real quick with what I messaged you, Ian.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Vanera doesn't notice it. But her tail is no longer the little white tuft at the end. It's kind of elongated and is turned to like fur that starts at like the very, very tip and then just kind of trails up. Just
So it's
maybe
a
with, like,
solid
border.
stripe of fur that goes at the top of it.
Think of like a horse's tail, I guess, like where you see like the creature tails that have like instead of like the tuft, they have like the fur down at the end, like on the one half.
Okay.
Yeah. So Vanera does not notice that her tail has changed.
The fluff, she is growing.
I am growing. I am growing.
Evolving.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
Woo! All right.
Yeah.
So again, we haven't quite narrowed down when we're going to be streaming next, because our next session would technically fall on New Year's Eve, and as my schedule is normally open, I don't even think I could swing that one. We're gonna chat. And we're gonna see. It may be a pre-recording. We may delay until the weekend of New Year's Eve. We're gonna have to talk and see what everyone's schedule is gonna be like. So we will hopefully not have to wait very long to get that answer to you. Again, please join the Discord. That's where you will hear these notifications once we figured them out. And if no one else has anything... Nope.
9.
Okay. Consider becoming a patron so you can help support us as we continue this wonderful, lovely journey into the second arc of the Tales of Archeron. Good night, everybody.
Second art.
Super
Yes.
Night.